following is a presentation of Radio Alabama Sports. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited.
The Wetumpka Indians play right here. Welcome to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network and the RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty pregame show, sponsored in part by Collier Ford, Central Alabama Community College, RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus, Baptist Health and Baptist Ortho Now, the City of Wetumpka, Central Access, Russell Do-It Center, State Farm Agent Jackson Hagan, Wharf Casual Seafood, First Community Bank, Montgomery Fire Equipment Company, CAC Adult Learning, and Precision Floor Care.
If you come to Elmore County, there's only one rivalry matchup that is going to top the rest, and it's Wetumpka and Stanhope Elmore. And the great thing about basketball is we get it twice. We welcome you to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network and the RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty pregame show for a rematch of the Wetumpka Indians and the Stanhope Elmore Mustangs. These two teams faced off just 10 days ago, and now we get another chance at it as the Indians and the Mustangs will tip off for the girls and then the boys after that. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm Gavin Baxley, joined by Mitch Petrie, and we had a fun time out in Millbrook last week or just about a week and a half ago, Mitch. But now we get to do it right here in front of the home crowd. Got to be a lot of extra motivation for the black and gold here tonight.
Yeah, you absolutely have to think so, and this place is absolutely buzzing. That JV game came down to the very last shot at 47-46, unfortunate loss for the Indians, but student section is already packed out here early. You don't see it this full, this early, this often, and only expect it to fill up as the night goes on.
Yeah, it's always going to be a packed house when the black and gold clash with the maroon and black. It's Wetumpka and Stanhope Elmore. When we return, we'll talk with head girls basketball coach Harriet Winchester as we get ready for tip-off on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Gear up for a flavor victory at Wharf Casual Seafood. Whether you're craving seafood classics like shrimp or crab claws, or wanting to tackle a juicy burger or crisp salad, we've got your winning play. Dine in with us or grab a meal to go and find out why every bite is a win at Wharf Casual Seafood. Check out our menu at wharfcasualseafood.com. The coast is here.
Safety starts with Montgomery Fire Equipment Company. From inspections and extinguisher service to full fire suppression systems, businesses across Alabama trust our team to protect what matters most. And now, we're hiring. We're looking for new fire technicians to join our team. If you're hardworking and ready to make a difference, this is your chance. Montgomery Fire Equipment, protecting people, property, and progress.
We believe in doing things right the first time. That's the promise behind Finish Line Garage Floor Systems. Powered by Precision Floor Care, our custom garage floor systems are designed to be tough, stylish, and built for the long haul. With a team rooted right here in the community, we deliver quality you can count on. Finish Line Garage Floor Systems. Let them rest on the best. Visit FinishLineGarageFloors.com today.
Welcome back to the RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty pregame show. Gavin Baxley now joined by head girls basketball coach Harriet Winchester. You've seen this team already this season, Stanhope Elmore, obviously a big rivalry. Now you get it at home. How do you go into this one, especially after a loss just about 10 days ago, with a little bit more of an edge for this team today?
We made a lot of adjustments since the last game, and they understand the importance and that this is a big rivalry game. So I think the girls are already locked in. We didn't have to, make too many suggestions or anything of such because they understand it, but I think we're going to be okay.
Against Stanhope just a couple weeks ago, it seemed like y'all had to shoot a lot more threes. You shot 25 throughout that game, which is the most of this season. How do you try to look back towards the inside a little bit, or do you stick to that three-point shooting?
Like I said, looking back towards the inside, but our outside game is going to work for us. More than likely it's going to work in this game. But just making adjustments again just to make sure we touch the post and, we get our post players in get them some type of motion. After that, we know that eventually the outside shots will start to fall.
Those inside players being Logan Banks, Queen Ballard, who both didn't have their greatest nights against Stanhope before. Mm-hmm. What do you kind of tell them as you try and instill confidence in those two players especially, but also with this entire team?
Just, understanding that they have a chance to redeem themselves this game. They are physical and really good post players in 6A. And, during the drills, during practice, during film, we just keep reminding them that, they are more than capable of competing with these girls.
Coach, appreciate you taking the time. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's Coach Harriet Winchester. When we return, starting lineups and tip-off of Wetumpka and Stanhope Elmore on the Call Your Forward.
When a sports injury has you sidelined, Baptist Ortho Now offers comprehensive orthopedic care with no appointment from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with board-certified specialists treating injuries and expert physical therapists administering everything from sports medicine to everyday recovery treatment. Baptist Ortho Now, getting you off the bench and back in the action. East Chase across from Target.
Now is the perfect time to start your future at Central Alabama Community College. CAC's next mini-term begins March 9th, giving you a fast, flexible way to earn college credit or start a new career path. With campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Talladega, and Prattville, CAC offers affordable classes designed to fit your schedule. Don't wait for fall. Get started this spring. Apply online today at cacc.edu. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success.
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. Whether it's the legendary Ford F-150 built to tackle any job, the bold and capable Ford Bronco built for the trails, or the versatile Bronco Sport perfect for every road trip, Collier Ford has the right ride for you. Proudly serving the River region since 1952. We're here to keep you on the road. Come to Collier.
Back now as we get ready for tip-off of Wetumpka and Stanhope Elmore. Gavin Baxley and Mitch Petrie here at Wetumpka High School. The Indians playing host of this rivalry matchup here this evening. And Indians coming into this one with a 14-5 overall record, while Stanhope Elmore's girls team enters at 20-3. The Mustangs got the win over the Indians just before. About 10 days ago, the Indians had a tough time in that one. We just heard from Coach Winchester moments ago about how they need to try and get back on the interior just a little bit. Had a tough time with it, pulled 25 three-point shots in that loss, 81-60 on the road. And that's not going to work for this Indians team. We know, Mitch, that it's going to be important for them to be able to get into the post here tonight.
Yeah, it absolutely is. When you've got a player like Queen Ballard and Logan Banks both, those are two girls who average double-digit point totals per game, and a lot of those are coming in by way of the paint. So you got to do a good job if you're the guards and looking for the open space, trying to maybe create an opening passing lane, and then trusting your bigs down low to put it up and get it in.
Feels like that's one of our keys to the game. I'm interested to hear what else there might be, Mitch.
Well, that hits the first one, presented by Remax Cornerstone Realty. And first key to the game, obviously, is do what this team has done so well all season. Rely on your scoring in the paint. And then the other thing is going to be playing some tight defense. We'd love to see the Indians come out in either a half-court or full-court press, really try to create some turnovers that Stanhope Elmore didn't really have in that matchup last week and limit the scoring potential. I saw them hit a lot of threes, and maybe by playing that full-court press, you can try and eliminate some of that perimeter shooting.
It's time now for our starting lineups, brought to you by First Community Bank. Local people, local decisions, and a commitment to community. For the Indians, it'll be Aaliyah Humphrey with Maya Richardson, the freshman guard. Aaliyah, a sophomore. Layla Culpepper, the junior forward, with Logan Banks, the sophomore forward. And rounding out the lineup for the Indians will be Queen Ballard, the senior power forward. For the Mustangs, Aubrey Newton with Heaven Bailey, Corey Harmon, Karaji Crosby, and Tiana Davis is our projected starting lineup here tonight. The Indians in their all-white uniforms with gold numbers, while the Mustangs are in their black uniforms with maroon numbers and lettering. We are just a couple moments away here from tip-off of this rivalry matchup between the Indians and the Mustangs, but first we will send it down to the public address announcer for our national anthem. Just moments away now from Wetumpka and Stanhope Elmore on the Call Your Forward Wetumpka Sports Network.
Now, you're home for live Indian football play-by-play on the flagship station for Wetumpka Athletics. 105.1 WRFS and the Radio Alabama app. First quarter action is presented by State Farm Agent Jackson Hagan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm Agent Jackson Hagan is there.
Well, they're going through the starting lineups on the floor now as we get ready for tip-off here. Again, the Indians coached by Harriet Winchester, a 14-7 record now for the black and gold for the Indians, and for Stanhope Elmore, 20-3 on the year right now. Coach Kelvin Stokes will lead that program as he has continued to be a dominating force within Elmore County and within 6A Area 4. Right now, Stanhope Elmore 2-0 in the area, and they remain in first in the standings. The Indians sitting at 1-1 right now. And these games matter quite a bit here because we've now established who are the front runners within this area. Just 3 teams that have a chance to host the area: Percy Julian, Wetumpka, and Stanhope Elmore. Right now with that 1-game advantage for the Mustangs, they get a win here today, and they will they will lock up home court advantage for the girls' side of the area tournament. They will be the host team if they can win here tonight. Wetumpka trying to prevent that because we know that can make a huge difference in whether or not you make it further in the postseason.
Yeah, absolutely, and you see the way that this stadium is packed out here tonight, and you got to think that it would be a similar showing if the Indians were able to host that area tournament. Having the black and gold behind you, really displaying that one tribe mentality, be a huge advantage for this team as they look to secure a spot in the postseason.
Yeah, it'll be a similar situation when we get to the boys matchup as well. Make sure to stick around for that after this girls matchup. We already had an exciting game before this. The JV boys went at it, and I believe it was a 49-47 final score. Stanhope escaped the Indians in the last moments of that one. So expecting more fireworks here tonight on both the girls and boys varsity matchups in this one. Both teams getting a final word in with their coaches, Coach Winchester and Coach Stokes. before they take to the floor in a rematch of Wetumpka and Stanhope Elmore. Again, Indians fell short 81-60 the last time they faced off, and this time trying to avenge it. Queen Ballard will be having the duty of the jump ball here today for the tip-off, or check that. Aaliyah Humphrey will be doing so instead, a bit unusual for the Indians. Aaliyah Humphrey was one of those that had a strong showing against Stanhope Elmore, and now they'll put Logan Banks there instead. Really giving everyone a bit of confusion on who was going to do the honors. Banks goes up for it, and she will get it, and we are underway here between the Indians and the Mustangs. Maya Richardson on the floor giving it to Aaliyah Humphrey. Humphrey spinning, driving. She'll kick out to Ballard. Now Richardson up top. Finds Humphrey again on the far wing, and she will give to Culpepper. Everyone getting in touch here on the first possession. Richardson back to Humphrey again as the Indians reset, get another play call here. Humphrey was one of those that had a strong showing against the Mustangs just recently as she tries to drive from the right side, lost control of it, and it goes out of bounds. Indians come up empty on the first possession.
Yeah, and some good defense there by the Mustangs, really just not letting the Indians find any open space whatsoever.
Aubrey Newton has it. She'll take a jumper from the near corner that does not fall, but a rebound there and a putback effort no good from Tiana Davis. Here comes Maya Richardson now in transition. She'll try and do it herself, draws a foul. And not sure if they're going to call this shooting or not. I guess she was looking like she was attempting for it, but I think they're going to say this was on the floor.
Yeah, they will say it's on the floor, and that's unfortunate there because it looks like Richardson was about to try to get that layup there. So tough break there for the Indians, not getting a chance at the free throw line.
Humphrey launched it from the baseline and gave to Richardson up top. Now finds an wide open Aaliyah Humphrey. Far corner three, no good. Rebound, though, from Richardson. They reset with Culpepper at the top of the key. Here comes Richardson again. Jumper from the elbow, no good. We are still scoreless after the first minute 15 of play. Mustangs with a much slower tempo here as Heaven Bailey gave to Newton. Now passing across the way with Crosby. A three-pointer from Newton is no good. Or check that, Bailey couldn't connect on it. Now Richardson for the Indians. Gives to Culpepper up top. She'll drive down the right side of the lane. Off the glass. Still cannot get anything to fall. Tiana Davis had the rebound for the Mustangs. And here's Heaven Bailey. Bailey crossover. Bounce pass to Crosby. Now a look inside. In the post, here's Tiana Davis, but she kicks back up top. Heaven Bailey has her pass deflected. Karaji Crosby picked it up and then had it sent out of bounds. It was last touched, though, by Crosby and the Mustangs, and the Indians forced a stop.
And this is the exact opposite of what that game went like just a week ago. 81-60, high-scoring contest here, but 2 minutes in, nobody's found a bucket just yet.
Mustangs showing some pressure in the backcourt here as Aaliyah Humphrey gets it across. Humphrey will hand it to Richardson, who tries to drive but is going to draw a foul instead. Kerja Crosby called for the reach-in, and that's her second already.
Yeah, and that's going to get called every single time. Richardson was working her way around her, trying to drive inside, and she just kind of tugged the jersey there, did Crosby, and that's going to be a foul call every time.
She will come out. Kerja Crosby and Karaji Crosby, both on this Mustangs team, and we'll try and make sure that we specify who's who as this inbound pass poorly executed here. They got it to Aaliyah Humphrey, who was standing right at the half-court line, and she stumbled back into the backcourt, and that will be a turnover. Mustang basketball, 5:52 left in the first quarter. We are still scoreless. Heaven Bailey for the Mustangs as she gives to Burton. Now across the way, thought about a three, did Aubrey Newton. She won't take it, gives to Heaven Bailey. She's more confident in it, but can't connect on the three either. Scrambling for the board here, Ballard picks it up off the deck. Here comes Aaliyah Humphrey. Got a chance from the long two and overshoots, no good. Richardson saves it from going out of bounds. Logan Banks has it for the Indians, and we reset. Humphrey with it again as she and Richardson will work together from beyond the arc. On the right side here, She gave it to Humphrey, who now loses it. Here's Anaya Burton on a fast break. She'll spin, but had it poked away for the moment. Burton couldn't get it on the first effort. Now a shot attempt from Tiana Davis draws the foul from right under the basket, and will finally have a chance at points here as she heads to the free throw line.
And that was great hustle there from Aaliyah Humphrey after the turnovers. Chased down Burton there, and even though the ball still ended up in the hands of the Mustangs, she got in there, broke it up before she could get a shot off.
Foul went against Maya Richardson there as we have 5:03 left to go in the first quarter. And an attempt at points for the first time. And finally, we break the goose eggs here as Tiana Davis knocks down a free throw. 1-0 Mustangs. She'll get one more shot at it here and gets both of them. A 2-zip lead for Stanhope Elmore as we're 3 minutes into this one. A pass to Aaliyah Humphrey in the backcourt. Misfired. She couldn't hang on to it there as it goes out of bounds, and a quick turnover from the Indians. Costly mistakes right now for Wetumpka.
Yeah, absolutely. You just got to lock back in and focus. I know it's a rivalry game, so emotion's always going to be running a little hot, but this Indians team, let's focus up.
Aubrey Newton in the far corner tried to look inside. She'll fire a pass instead that Banks almost got a hand on for Wetumpka. The scramble for it sends it out of bounds. Last touched by Stanhope Elmore. I believe Karaji Crosby got a finger on it before it went down the baseline.
Yeah, it was a loose ball. It was poked around, touched a couple of times by the Indians and the Mustangs.
Humphrey has it now. Indians have numbers as they quickly get down the floor. Humphrey couldn't get anything. Ballard unable to either, and Richardson tries to save it, but it's too late and out of bounds. Still 2-0, Mustangs leading the Indians as a pass is picked off now. Aaliyah Humphrey has it. Fast break opportunity again, but it is blocked. Culpepper picks it up. She can't get a shot either. Now Banks with a chance at it under the basket. Got it, and the foul.
Surprised they didn't call the foul on that first shot from Aaliyah Humphrey. There was a lot of contact there, but as she was going up for the shot, but good job by Logan Banks to stay strong and finish through the contact.
It's been a battle for Wetumpka so far. Aaliyah Humphrey has had a couple opportunities to drive in, and again she was rejected there. I believe it was Anaya Burton who stopped her, but fortunately Logan Banks there to make it. Banks will miss the free throw there, and it remains 2-2 now with just over 4 minutes left in the first quarter. A three quickly from Aubrey Newton, and she will cash it in to make it 5-2 Mustangs.
And that's not something you want to see if you're an Indians fan. Newton made 8 threes in that game last week, and first shot of the night for her falls through.
Richardson has an open look now. She can't make the jumper for 2. Humphrey almost had a rebound, but instead the Mustangs come away with it. Tiana Davis gives to Newton. Heat check for Newton. Can't get it. That time off the back iron. Culpepper comes away with it for Wetumpka. She'll try and race down the floor. Goes up for it. Draws a foul. Couldn't get the bucket there, but Tiana Davis is the culprit of the foul as Culpepper will be shooting 2. Indians just had a trip to the free throw line a moment ago as Logan Banks missed her and one opportunity. Now Culpepper gets 2 chances at it. She'll make the first free throw. Culpepper had a strong showing against the Mustangs last time out. 11 points for her and 7 rebounds. And it's interesting, Logan Banks got those first 2 points. She really struggled against the Mustangs with just 4. Her and Queen Ballard, 4 points for Banks, 7 for Ballard in the paint. And the first 2 points of the game for Wetumpka came in the paint. So hopefully a sign of good things to come. The second free throw was missed there by Culpepper. It makes it 5-3 with 3:20 left in the quarter. They'll look inside, and Stanhope Elmore will quickly answer with Anaya Burton. 7-3 now, Stanhope Elmore. Humphrey able to find her way across with the pressure. She'll go down the right side of the lane. Couldn't connect on anything, and then she was out of bounds when she raced back in to grab possession, which you can't do. Had not established herself back in bounds yet. And again, Wetumpka turning it over.
That's kind of been the story of the game so far here for the Indians. Just a couple of turnovers and really just giving Stanhope Elmore a couple more possessions than they deserve.
Aubrey Newton giving to Crosby as she lost it. Here comes Logan Banks now, who picked it up. She will take the shot herself on a bit of an awkward floater. A lot of contact and a foul called. I think this one's going to go against Heaven Bailey. It will. And Logan Banks heading to the free throw line for the second time tonight. Banks shooting 2. Already 2 points off the make earlier as she misses the first free throw. While she wasn't as solid in the points department, she's always a big factor for this Indians team when it comes to getting it off the glass. Had 11 rebounds against the Mustangs. Second free throw is good, and it makes it 7-4. Indians trailing by 3 now. 2:50 left in the first quarter. Mustangs quickly down the floor. Three-pointer is good from Heaven Bailey. Stanhope Elmore continues to be efficient from beyond the arc. Here's Lexi Smith in for the first time. She'll fire one to Richardson. Kicking now to Banks. Step up. A floater for 2 is good. Logan Banks leading the way for the Indians so far.
And that was a great shot there from Banks. Got it, hit the pump fake, and got her woman in the air.
3-point attempt there was no good from Heaven Bailey after she made it moments ago. Lexi Smith has it now. She'll chunk up a 3, and it goes. 10-9. Indians down by just 1 after a huge 3 lights up the crowd here. Now a pass stolen away. Aaliyah Humphrey all by herself, and the Indians are in front. 11-10 now after the layup. 2 minutes left in the first quarter, and the Indians have a 1-point advantage.
This is what we were more expecting to see from the Indians. Lexi Smith, that 3, great showing from her in that game against Stanhope Elmore. Season high 19 points in that game and getting off to a hot start.
Mustangs now driving down the lane. Foul is called. She couldn't make the basket. It was Anaya Burton who was storming inside. Couldn't connect. They'll call the foul, though. Indians fans are on their feet. Student section is already full. Typically you see them kind of roll in on the back half of the girls' game and into the boys' game, and they are already filled to the brim. And you can hear them right now. Anaya Burton shooting with probably some of the toughest free throws she'll have to shoot as she misses the first. To paint the picture for you a little bit, the Wetumpka student section has brought plenty of signs out tonight as well. A lot of them having different plays of words on brick, hoping she will miss these free throws, and she will make the second. Went 1 for 2 there, so student section does part of the job. Tied up at 11 each, and inbound to Logan Banks draws a foul as that full court pressure shows an effect there. Logan Banks heading to the free throw line again. Third trip for her.
And Indians in the bonus now, and getting in the bonus in the first quarter, huge here for the Indians, and hopefully a sign of things to come. Love it when you can get some extra chances at the charity stripe.
All knotted up with 1:38 left in the first quarter, as the free throw is no good there from Banks. She's made just 1 of 4 so far. Hoping that she can give the Indians a lead once again. Second attempt now for Banks. It will take a friendly roll and makes it 12-11. Indians with the lead. Stanhope Elmore looking for an answer. Almost had a pass stolen away by Banks. Tipped it out of bounds, and Stanhope will have to inbound. This place would have erupted if Banks could have stolen that one. She had a clear path to the basket. Anaya Burton will get it in as she gives to Heaven Bailey. Bailey crossing over Smith. She'll try and drive in. Floating pass there, stolen away. Fowler comes away with it. Lexi Smith by herself. She'll go up for the lay, and it goes. 14-11 Indians.
great basketball IQ there from Lexi Smith. Just hustles down the floor, seeing a couple people fight for the rebound, and knowing that she's all by herself if the Indians come away with it.
Heaven Bailey gets a pass in now to Crosby. Taraji Crosby goes up, draws the foul. Couldn't get a bucket there in the post. They call it against Queen Ballard. That's her first. 1:04 left in the first quarter. Taraji Crosby shooting 2. Down by 3 are the Mustangs, as she will miss the first.
Much to the delight of the student section.
It's certainly having an effect, at least to start. Stanhope Elmore is shooting on the side nearest the student section as well, which only hurts the ability of the shooter right now. Second free throw, no good either. Mustangs 1 for their last 4 free throws. Aaliyah Humphrey was able to get the board. She's got it now in the front court. 55 seconds and counting left to go. Richardson giving to Smith. Smith tries to drive in, almost has it stolen. Humphrey picks it up, gives to Banks. Banks thought about a jumper, but they're going to go back and call the travel against Aaliyah Humphrey. Said she took a couple steps there before it got over to Banks. And it gives possession back to Stanhope. 45 seconds left in the first now. Lexi Smith in the back court showing a little bit of pressure, just keeping things honest for the Mustangs as Heaven Bailey brings it up. Bailey now trying to do it herself, lost it, and it goes out of bounds. Indians force the turnover. Wetumpka's defense has started to come alive here in the latter half of this first quarter. Richardson with it with 30 seconds left in the first. Smith now. Lexi pulls the 3. Couldn't get it to go off the bank. Great rebound, though, from Aaliyah Humphrey. She couldn't connect on the putback. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Heaven Bailey now. She'll try and bring it up at tempo. 12 seconds. Pulls the jumper. No good. Foul is called, though, on Lexi Smith. 10 seconds left in the first now, and Stanhope Elmore will shoot 2 free throws again. Smith didn't like it. Indians fans didn't like it either. There's an attempt from Heaven Bailey. She gets this one to fall. No one has managed to go 2 for 2 from the line yet, as Bailey will do just that. 14-13 now, 10 seconds left in the quarter. Indians have one more possession before the buzzer. A floater from Humphrey won't go. 5 seconds. Mustangs get the board. Heaven Bailey with 1 second. Pulls it. Good if it goes, but it will not. The three-pointer off the mark. And a tight battle after the first quarter. 14-13. Indians on top on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Protect what matters most with State Farm agent Jackson Hagan in Wetumpka. From auto and home to life insurance, Jackson Hagan and his dedicated team offer personalized service to ensure you have comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs. As a local agent, Jackson Hagan understands the unique challenges you face and is committed to guiding you through every step, from quotes to claims. Trusted a neighbor who truly cares. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there. Call 334-478-3864 for a quote today.
Second quarter action is brought to you by Golf Video. Live event and video production elevating your next project. Let Jackson Dean and his team make your event look like $1 million. Online at golfvideo.io.
Precision Floor Care is your local experts for tile, grout, stone, brick, and concrete. From cleaning and sealing to full decorative finishes, they deliver precise results every time. Trust Brent Turner and the hometown team that cares about our community. Call Precision Floor Care today or call pfc.com. Gavin Baxley and Mitch Petrie here in our Central Alabama Community College broadcast booth. Chandler Ward and Deacon Meeks helping us out with the camera work here tonight. 14-13, Wetumpka leading it over Stanhope Elmore in the girls matchup as we enter quarter number 2. And to begin things here, Stanhope Elmore will have possession. Corey Harmon entering for the first time tonight. It'll be Harmon with Heaven Bailey along with Aubrey Newton. I think that's Alicia Davis. No, Anaya Burton out there, along with Karaji Crosby for the Mustangs. Lexi Smith, Maya Richardson, Logan Banks, Aaliyah Humphrey, and Queen Ballard on the floor for the black and gold. Mustangs tried to look inside on the first possession. Ballard picked off the pass, gives to Humphrey, and she will slowly make her way up as the Indians force a quick turnover. Humphrey now has some room. She'll drive down the left side of the lane, goes up, has it blocked, goes out of bounds. Indians with possession still though. She's tried to do that a couple times now, drive inside multiple times. It has been blocked. The interior defense has been strong.
It absolutely has, but a couple of those, a lot of contact. Surprised that they haven't called a foul on about 2 of those shots.
Richardson will give to Humphrey. Far corner for 3. Off the mark there. Ballard with a great rebound as she gives back to Richardson from beyond the arc. She pulls a 3 that also will not go. Good rebound effort from Corey Harmon and the Mustangs. They'll have it now. Harmon, a pass now to Aubrey Newton. Pump fake to 3. They wanted to travel. They won't get it as she gives to Corey Harmon, who drives in. And a spinning shot there. It was awkward and it didn't go. Logan Banks has it. Coast to coast goes up for the lay and won't get it. But again, drawing the foul. Logan Banks heading to the line yet again.
I believe this is her 4th trip to the line. Great job from Logan Banks on drawing contact, and definitely agree with the student section on that last call. Aubrey Newton went up and down, no shot, no pass. So interesting to see no call on that travel.
7:02 left in quarter number 2. Logan Banks shooting a pair of free throws here as she will get the roll this time to make it 15-13. Stacking up points early is Logan Banks. Saw her really lead the way in that first quarter. Had the Lexi Smith 3 as well that certainly helped the cause. As she missed the second and went out of bounds, and it was last touched by Karaji Crosby for the Mustangs, and the Indians retain possession off that.
That's a great way to steal one and a chance to get a few extra points, build on this lead.
Stanhope Elmore makes a substitution here as Anaya Burton will come out and Layla Ziegler will go in. Humphrey will lob one to Culpepper at the top of the key. She gives to Smith in that near corner. She will try and drive inside, giving to Ballard, who goes up, but they will call a jump ball first. There was a lot of contact. They had briefly gotten tied up, and they'll give Stanhope Elmore credit for it. Possession arrow does still fall with Wetumpka, so they'll have to inbound it here from the baseline. Humphrey again getting one over to Smith. Now Lexi will float one inside the paint. It's Queen Ballard who caught it, cannot get anything to fall. There's a shove there from Karaji Crosby. They won't call anything. Here comes Heaven Bailey now for the Mustangs. Trying to drive in, kicks out, near corner 3 for Corey Harmon will go. Mustangs retake the lead now, 16-15, with 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Humphrey with it, spinning, floater, no good. Mustangs will let it go out of bounds here as Heaven Bailey will inbound. It will actually be Corey Harmon doing so. Indians were showing a little bit of that backcourt pressure earlier. They had Lexi Smith playing up close, but now they have taken everyone back at this point. Bailey gets it across. We're at 6 minutes left in the quarter. A three-pointer there from Heaven Bailey goes. Never passed it to anyone, just pulled it as soon as she got up there and nailed it. 19-15, Stanhope Elmore. Now Culpepper. She's got to look for 3, and an answer for Heaven Bailey. What a shot from Culpepper. 19-18 now. Mustangs looking for another one here as Heaven Bailey drove inside, pulled one from the elbow there, and will draw a foul again. Maya Richardson called for it this time.
I think they got the wrong number there. It was actually Lexi Smith. Maya Richardson was on the complete other end of the floor there.
Never saw them correct it. I think that is going to still go against Maya Richardson. Nonetheless, Mustangs inbounding. It was not a shooting foul as the Indians managed to get a stop off a missed shot from Crosby. Here's Smith. She pulls a three from the far wing, banks it in, and gives Wetumpka the lead.
Both teams just trading threes back and forth, and that was the story of the game last time these two teams played. I believe it was 11 made threes, maybe 12 for Stanhope Elmore as they turn the ball over. Pass sails over the head of Karaji Crosby.
Yeah, Mustangs losing control again there. Something that has started to plague them throughout this one. Wetumpka against Stanhope last time went 7 for 25 from beyond the arc, while Stanhope Elmore was 11 for 17. It's been about even so far as it's 21-19. Wetumpka with the lead. Less than 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Timeout called by Coach Winchester with 4:56 left in quarter number 2. It's 21-19 with the Indians having the advantage. Stay connected with Central Access. Get blazing fast internet starting at 300 megabits per second for just $59.99 a month. Reliable, affordable, and delivered straight to your door. Central Access has you covered. Central Access is your local link to broadband. It's been interesting to see so far as Wetumpka currently holding that 2-point advantage, but we talked with Coach Winchester beforehand about how you wanted to kind of look inside, but she was still confident this team could shoot the three, and I think we've seen a little bit of both so far tonight. Yeah, it's been a really balanced offensive attack for the Indians here tonight, and that's something you really like to see, not reliant on scoring one way or another, and it gives you a much better chance of just continuing this run, continuing to build on this lead. Stanhope Elmore, when you're a one-sided offense, it gives Stanhope Elmore, all they have to do is just take one thing away, but when you're making it from everywhere on the court like the Indians are tonight, it makes you a lot harder to stop. Yeah, they've both been really solid from there, but you have to imagine something will give. Somebody is going to go cold at some point, and that's going to be a big part of this, because when you go cold, you've got to find a way to get back inside the paint. And so far, Wetumpka has been pretty efficient with that, with players like Logan Banks getting in the interior. Absolutely. Queen Ballard will give to Richardson as the Indians start with possession after the timeout. Richardson drove inside, got a layup, and makes it 23-19. An inbound there will draw a foul. Lexi Smith was playing back a little bit as they gave to Heaven Bailey. Smith called for a shove. She'll pick up another foul here in this first half. Her second. Could have been her third. If you remember, we mentioned that Maya Richardson got called for one that we thought Lexi Smith could have been credited for instead. So maybe fortunate after all. Mustangs still with it. Step back three from Heaven Bailey that will airball, and Mustangs will hear about it here from the Indian student section. Culpepper inbounding for the Indians with a 4-point advantage after the air ball for Stanhope Elmore. Richardson walking her way up the floor. Lexi Smith with it as she gives right back to Richardson, standing at the logo. She'll drive down the left side of the lane, lost it, and now diving on the floor for it. We are tied up here, and a jump ball is called. Corey Harmon was able to dive on it, but so was Layla Culpepper. Regardless, Mustangs will come away with possession after the jump ball. And this gym is continuing to fill out here. I would argue that there's not more than 30 seats left available, and expect it to fill up as this game goes on. Aaliyah Humphrey checking in now for Lexi Smith, who will take a seat with 4:05 left in the second quarter. Aubrey Newton has it. Three from the near corner, and she gets it to fall again. Aubrey Newton continuing to be effective from the three. 23-22. Richardson passes inside. Ballard in the post. Got it. Off the glass. Queen Ballard finally starting to get going here as it's 25-22 Wetumpka. Here's Heaven Bailey crossing over, trying to drive. She'll kick it. Newton, near corner three again. This time it won't go. Karaji Crosby with a rebound and a putback, and it keeps it at a 1-point game, 25-24. Richardson for the Indians. Tried to give to Humphrey. Picked off by Heaven Bailey now. Indians will be able to get back safely, but Newton open for three again. This time will not connect. She's taken a three-point attempt on each of the last 3 possessions. Only made one of them during that time. Indians do force the stop there as the missed shot trickled out of bounds. Richardson will give to Banks, standing at about the free throw line. She'll pull a shot from there, a laser that falls through.
And we talk about Logan Banks' paint scoring ability all the time, but she's got that mid-range jumper down. She loves that shot and is quite good at it.
27-24 Wetumpka, 2:40 left in the first half. Bailey now trying to put the work on Culpepper. She kicks over to Corey Harmon for 3. She will not get it to go either. Overshot it from the near corner. Now Aaliyah Humphrey. Passing to Richardson. She'll look inside to Logan Banks. Banks standing in the post. A floating mid-range shot that will not go. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by Wetumpka. 2:13 left as Stanhope Elmore will retake possession. Humphrey comes out of the game for Wetumpka, and Lexi Smith checks back in again. Heaven Bailey for Stanhope. At the top of the key, tried to drive in. Takes a shot from the elbow. She stumbles, can't get it to go. A rebound, a couple opportunities, all missed by Karaji Crosby. Here's Richardson again. Indians trying to extend the three-point advantage here. 1:45 left in the half. Smith giving to Ballard. Ballard lobbing pass back to Smith in that far corner, who now steps up, pulls a 3 from the wing, cannot get it. Just off target there. Heaven Bailey now coast to coast, stumbling, got the lay and the foul. A huge bucket there from Heaven Bailey. And if she gets this free throw, it'll tie things up again.
Foul called on Culpepper there. That's her first one of the game. A couple of different Indians down there, and thought it might be called on Lexi Smith for a second, which would have been her third.
Heaven Bailey with an and one free throw to try and tie it. With 1:30 left in the half, she gets it to go, and we're knotted up again, 27-27. Lexi Smith walking her way up at the point. She will lob one to Ballard, who could not catch up to it there. It is just out of reach from under the basket, goes out of bounds. Wetumpka, a quick possession and a quick turnover. Layla Ziegler in the game for Stanhope, as Aaliyah Humphrey will come in for Queen Ballard. Ballard checked out, an interesting substitution there. You put Humphrey, who's obviously shorter, but also she's got a lot more speed than Queen Ballard does. Interested to see what the approach will be here. As Stanhope was looking inside, Layla Ziegler had it in the paint, got called for a travel. Took a couple slide steps there and was called for the walk.
Indian student section letting them hear it. You can't do that chant starting to break out.
Richardson with a minute left in this first half. She gives to Smith, who will now pass over to Humphrey. Humphrey spinning, looking for something at the free throw line. Gives to Richardson instead. She'll have a jump pass inside. Banks right under the basket. Banks it in. 29-27 Wetumpka.
11 points now for Logan Banks, doing it all in the paint. Couple of mid-range shots there as well. Great showing here tonight from Logan Banks.
Here's Heaven Bailey now. 30 seconds left in the half. Bailey backing off. She's going to let a little bit of this clock run, I believe, before Stanhope executes their play. A pick set by Layla Ziegler, but a whistle blown. A moving screen there against Ziegler. Mustangs are upset about this one. Officials discussing for a moment. There's 20 seconds left, and Wetumpka fans want a tech here for I guess for Coach Stokes being a little bit upset about that call, but don't think we're going to get anything there. Humphrey inbounding. Wetumpka with another chance here late in this first half. 15 seconds now. Richardson lobbing pass to Humphrey from the near corner, or far corner that is. Gives to Ballard in the post. Got it to go off the glass. 4-point lead for the Indians. Down to the last 3 seconds of the half. Mid-court shot here. It goes! Heaven Bailey nails it from half court for three at the buzzer. 31-30. Goodness. What a shot from Heaven Bailey.
Wow.
Stanhope, they come away with some momentum there at the end of the half. Nonetheless, Wetumpka with a 1-point lead over the Mustangs after the first 16 minutes of play. It's been a fun one so far. We'll have more to come. City of Wetumpka halftime show when we return on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Chad Barrett. Growing up here in Central Alabama, I've always believed in doing the things the right way with honesty and hard work. That's exactly how I approach real estate. From your first showing to the closing table, I'll be by your side. Call me, Chad Barrett at RE/MAX Cornerstone.
Are you tired of slow internet? With Central Access, you get the speeds you pay for, delivered directly to your door, so you won't get bogged down when your neighbors are online too. Stream, game, work, and video chat. No contracts, no data caps, no price hikes, nothing but an exceptional all-night experience. Check availability today at caecaccess.com. Central Access, your local link to broadband.
When a sports injury has you sidelined, Baptist Ortho Now offers comprehensive orthopedic care with no appointment from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with board-certified specialists treating injuries and expert physical therapists administering everything from sports medicine to everyday recovery treatment. Baptist Ortho Now, getting you off the bench and back in the action. East Chase across from Target.
Hi, I'm Kathy Thornton. I've built my business at RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus by being honest, dependable, and always putting my clients first. If you're ready to buy your first home, sell your current home, or just want to talk about your options, I'd love to help. Reach out today. Kathy Thornton with RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, where neighbors become clients and clients become friends.
Hungry for fresh, flavorful seafood? Come to Wharf Casual Seafood, your local spot for shrimp, crab claws, mahi-mahi, and all your coastal favorites. Looking for a budget-friendly bite? Check out our tasty lunch specials featuring wraps, salads, shrimp, and more. Wharf Casual Seafood, wharfcasualseafood.com. The coast is here.
This is the City of Wetumpka halftime show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
And welcome to the City of Wetumpka halftime show. Indians lead it 31-30. It was a real back and forth first half, and a couple of Indians really having some good games. And you can't talk about this Indians team tonight without talking about Logan Banks. She's leading the way for the Indians with 11 points, and she had a couple of other things go her way. She's got 7 rebounds as well and a steal to her name as well. Lexi Smith, second in points here for the Indians, has 8 by way of 2 threes and 1 2-point field goal. But Smith also getting it done on the other end of the floor, has an assist and a steal to her name as well. Leah Humphrey had 2 points in that first half, but 4 assists for her and 4 assists for Maya Humphrey, really highlighting how well this Indians team is moving the ball and finding open women. You look at the other side, Heaven Bailey leading the way for the Mustangs. No surprise there with 12 points and 3 threes. But you talk about this Mustangs team, they seem like they are really reliant on the three-point shot right now. They've made 6 threes in that first half.
Yeah, we kind of knew that going into this one after getting to see them in the previous matchup that they were going to shoot the three and they were going to shoot it well. Again, 11 for 17 from three last time these two played. Aubrey Newton was 8 for 11 in that game with 24 points. And so, of course, we're seeing the same approach here tonight. Wetumpka, though, has been able to keep pace with this Mustangs team a lot more efficiently than what we saw last time these two faced off.
And I think a big part of that is they're really not letting the Mustangs get anything inside. There's been a lot of blocked shots and a lot of turnovers when the Mustangs have tried to score down low in the paint and in the post, and Indians doing a great job holding it down on that side of the court. And then you look at the other side for the Indians, a couple of threes made, a couple of mid-range shots, a couple of shots there in that low post and the paint area, really just highlighting the versatility of this offense.
Yeah, for sure. You got to look at how Logan Banks has been able to get into the inside, kind of developing more and more, and you touched on a little during that first half. Not only can she do some great work from right under the basket, but that mid-range floater for her has gotten a lot better. We saw her make a couple different shots there from about the free throw line at that elbow position. A lot of those are shots that we didn't see her take as much in the first couple of games this season. And then on the same note, you got to look at Queen Ballard as well, someone who struggled to get the ball in the first matchup of these two, and trying to get her more involved here tonight. She's had a couple decent looks from under the basket, not really having some crazy kind of night, but she has been somewhat effective in keeping Stanhope honest, having to guard the interior, but also those threes from people like Lexi Smith, Aaliyah Humphrey, making sure they still focus on that perimeter as well.
Well, and talk about that with Queen Ballard. She's got 5 offensive rebounds here for the Indians tonight, and that's just really helped this Indians team get a lot of second chance points. It necessarily hasn't been Queen Ballard going back up with it like she normally does. She's been doing a lot of kicking out, passing it out to the guards, letting them facilitate the ball a little bit more, and it's really seeming to work out here for the Indians tonight.
No doubt about that. It's 31-30. Wetumpka with a 1-point lead over Stanhope Elmore after the first half of play. When we come back, second half of action here on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. For more than 70 years, Collier Ford has been proudly serving the River region since 1952, helping families and businesses hit the road with confidence. When you think trucks, think Collier Ford, home of the legendary Ford F-150, built tough to handle any job. If adventure is calling, Collier Ford has the bold and capable Ford Bronco, ready to take you off the beaten path. Want that same spirit in a smaller package? The Bronco Sport is waiting for you at Collier Ford. From great ideas to family service, Collier Ford makes buying your next vehicle easy, fun, and stress-free. So whether you're hauling, exploring, or just cruising through town, make your next stop Collier Ford. Test drive your next Ford today, and remember, come on to Collier Ford in Wetumpka.
Come to Collier.
Safety starts with Montgomery Fire Equipment Company. From inspections and extinguisher service to full fire suppression systems, businesses across Alabama trust our team to protect what matters most. And now, we're hiring. We're looking for new fire technicians to join our team. If you're hardworking and ready to make a difference, this is your chance. Montgomery Fire Equipment, protecting people, property, and progress.
It's never too late to take the next step. The Central Alabama Community College Adult Learning Program helps adults 18 and older earn their GED or even a high school diploma. You can also prepare for the workforce with short-term certificates in medical billing and coding, medical assisting, pharmacy technician, or hospitality and culinary. Flexible classes fit your schedule, and your future starts today. Visit cacc.edu/adult education or call 256-378-2017. CACC Adult Learning Program. Discover you.
Are you tired of slow internet? With Central Access, you get the speeds you pay for delivered directly to your door, so you won't get bogged down when your neighbors are online too. Stream, game, work, and video chat. No contracts, no data caps, no price hikes, nothing but an exceptional online experience. Check availability today at caecaccess.com. Central Access, your local link to broadband.
105.1 WRFS is WRFS-FM, Rockford, Alexander City, Lake Martin, Wetumpka, Prattville, Montgomery, home of the Wetumpka Indians on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Third quarter action is brought to you by Radio Alabama Sports. Game on. Online at radioalabamasports.net.
Gavin Baxley alongside Mitch Petrie. 31-30 our score in the girls' game of Wetumpka and Stanhope Elmore. We are just about ready for the second half of this rivalry matchup between these two. Indians lost this game by 21 last time they played, 81-60 about 10 days ago in Millbrook. This time they flipped the script a little bit. They lead it by 1 point after the first half. Got to hold on to it though through these last 16 minutes. And what will certainly be a highly contested finale between these two. Indians will have possession to start the second half. Culpepper will give to Maya Richardson. Also on the floor, Aaliyah Humphrey, Queen Ballard, and Logan Banks. Humphrey will bounce pass to Banks, giving right back to Humphrey again, who tries to find Culpepper, still beyond the perimeter. She'll drive inside, take a floater from the right side that goes and makes it 33-30. First possession of the second half, immediately coming with 2 points for the black and gold.
And great job there from Layla Culpepper to stick with it. Ball hit her feet there on that pass from Humphrey, stuck with it, and did a great job of coming and crashing down.
Kurja Crosby back in for Stanhope for the first time in a while. She drove inside the paint there from the near side, and Crosby lost it, went out of bounds. Stanhope still has possession, though. Crosby had picked up a couple of fouls there in that first quarter. We really didn't see her at all in the second. Stanhope still with it, though, as they will give over to Karaji Crosby right under the basket. She will get it to fall and draw a foul. This one going against Logan Banks. Stanhope's going to have a chance now to tie it with 7:13 left in the third. Karaji Crosby for the tie. Cannot get it. Took a hop, would not go, but then a rebound stolen away by Tiana Davis. Still couldn't get anything out of it. Mustangs do retreat, though, and now find Aubrey Newton. She pulls the three, cannot connect. Battling for that rebound. Wetumpka finally coming away with possession. Banks had gotten the rebound and then immediately had it stolen away there, and that's what caused all the chaos.
And a great job there from Logan Banks, real heads-up play. She lost the ball, but she swatted the ball out of the hands of Karaji Crosby, saving what would have been almost a surefire bucket there for the Mustangs.
Culpepper, she'll give over to Humphrey. Now Aaliyah all by herself here, facing off with Heaven Bailey. Tried to give to Richardson, had it deflected. Diving on the floor here, a jump ball is called as Layla Ziegler had her hands on it. Wetumpka was able to get involved as well. Stanhope will still have possession off of that tie-up. Mustangs down by one still. They had plenty of opportunity to tie it or take the lead just moments ago. Now they've got another chance. Heaven Bailey bringing it up as usual throughout this half. She fires one inside. Karaji Crosby in the post going up and just cannot get a couple bounces to fall through her way. Went up for it, and it just sat on top of the back of the rim for a couple moments. Indians with possession again. 6 minutes left in the third. Aaliyah Humphrey has it and will try and drive, spinning around. Lost it. Pickpocketed there by Tiana Davis. Giving to Aubrey Newton, who has to retreat. She was looking for something in the paint. Finds Karaji Crosby. She'll loop around and drive inside, get the lay, and give Stanhope Elmore a 1 point lead. 34-33, Stanhope Elmore with the advantage now, as Coach Winchester will call a timeout there after multiple buckets for Stanhope Elmore. Multiple opportunities, though, is what's more frustrating. They missed multiple times but kept managing to come away with rebounds. That's what made it so difficult for Wetumpka to be able to get a stop there and prevent them from taking the lead just moments ago.
Yeah, and this Indians team, that's a little uncharacteristic of them, generally do a really great job of rebounding the ball, and you've got to imagine that that's what Coach Winchester is talking to her team about right now. Tell them to settle down, go get the board, and let the game come to you.
They still trail by just one. Does Wetumpka. They'll have possession out of this timeout, hoping they can get the lead right back. Mentioned before, this place is jam-packed and continues to fill up even more as we get closer to that boys matchup. Make sure to stick around for that. Indians and the Mustangs for the boys will tip off about 10 minutes after the conclusion of this one. On the inbound, Aaliyah Humphrey was driving inside and was fouled pretty quickly. It was called on the floor here. Indians will inbound from the baseline with Aaliyah Humphrey. Called against Kerja Crosby, her fourth. We'll check that third. Crosby had 2 in the first quarter and now finally has that third foul. Richardson got the inbound. Looked like it was on target but missed the jumper. Now Culpepper gets a pass and an open 3 that goes. Gives Wetumpka a 2-point lead again.
And all 5 points for the Indians this quarter and this half coming out of the hands of Layla Culpepper.
Mustangs now down by 2 again as the lead continues to exchange back and forth. Tiana Davis in the post, spinning. Could not get it to fall, but she draws a foul again. There's been a lot of contact right under the basket here that has continued to put both teams up to the free throw line.
And that's a tough call there. Third foul that goes against Maya Richardson, and that's definitely not what you want to see. She's a great facilitator on this Indians team.
Davis, first free throw from her. Will take a bounce off the back of the rim. 5:08 left to go in the third quarter. It's 36-34 Wetumpka. One more free throw coming here for Davis. Looping around, finally will fall through and be good. 36-35. Humphrey to Smith. Wide open for 3, and it will not go. Almost took a friendly roll, but not quite. Heaven Bailey has it after the Tiana Davis rebound. Bailey with plenty of dribble moves here as she goes up against Layla Culpepper. She'll pass to Anaya Burton. Looking inside now. This is Tiana Davis. Back out. Aubrey Newton for 3 again. Off the front of the rim this time. Anaya Burton, good rebound. Can't connect though as it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Logan Banks. Had a good look on that rebound effort and just couldn't corral it as she sent it out of play. Mustangs inbounding again. Aubrey Newton giving to Davis. Now Anaya Burton. Back to Newton again in the near corner. Pump fakes, looks inside, and Stanhope nearly lost it. Karaji Crosby chases it down before it goes out of bounds on the far side. She'll float one as she drove back in. Could not connect. It goes out of bounds again. This time last touch by Tiana Davis and the Mustangs.
Indians did a great job getting the rebound there and got to continue to do so. Can't let Stanhope keep getting these offensive rebounds. That'll kill you.
They've had plenty of opportunities. Wetumpka's defense has held strong, though. Aaliyah Humphrey to Culpepper. Culpepper finally starts her dribble. Gives back to Humphrey again. Now Smith, far corner, driving down the baseline. She'll have a jump pass to Ballard in the post. Can't get it. Smith, though, jumping back from out of bounds. And you can't do that. Had not gotten back in bounds before the pass, it'll be a turnover. Second time that situation has happened tonight for Wetumpka.
Yeah, and a tough turnover. That's a 10th turnover of the game here for the Indians. Had 9 in that first half, doing a good job of cleaning it up here in this second half, but definitely something to watch.
Burton will give to Tiana Davis. A bounce pass inside, misfires, but picked up by Anaya Burton. She could not get the post shot to go. It does get essentially kicked out of bounds. Last touched again by Wetumpka.
And good job from Logan Banks yet again getting involved on the defensive end of the floor. And Lexi Smith picks off the inbound.
Yeah, easily able to steal that one away. She tries to take it coast to coast, lost it for a moment, takes a shot anyway and draws a foul. Couldn't get it to fall. She will be shooting 2 free throws momentarily. 3:30 left in the third now. And you mentioned Wetumpka having the 10 turnovers, but they've managed to force plenty as well, as Smith's first free throw is good. Mustangs putting Corey Harmon back into the game. Anaya Burton will take a seat for Stanhope. And it turns the free throw lane into musical chairs here for a moment as everybody assumes different positions with the subs. Aaliyah Humphrey and Layla Culpepper lined up to try and get a board here if Smith misses, but she won't. She gets both of her free throws to fall, makes it 38-35. Indians with a lead with less than 3:30 left in the quarter. Corey Harmon for the Mustangs. She will hand it to Bailey. They almost collide in the process there. Bailey now will try and drive, stops her dribble. She'll take a mid-range shot that's no good. Tried to pull it from right at the free throw line and was off target. Humphrey now giving to Smith. Far corner for three. Again, just could not connect. Ballard with a good rebound. Had her put back rejected though. And Tiana Davis now in transition. She'll go up and cannot get the lay. Foul is called against Layla Culpepper.
Good job there by Layla Culpepper. Even though they get her for the foul, thought that could have gone either way. Maybe gotten the charge call there. Maybe just didn't set her feet in quite enough time.
Yeah, I didn't think she had it set. It was looking a little bit reckless, but with how much Culpepper was moving, that's a tough one to call. Tiana Davis with 2 free throws on the way with 2:55 left in the third now. First one is good. Again, a reminder that immediately following this game, we'll have coverage of the men's game as well. Should be a fun one. And if it's anything like what we've had so far in this ball game, it'll be plenty of action for us to cover. It's 38-37 after both of the made free throws for Stanhope Elmore. There's 2:40 left in the third as Culpepper gives to Humphrey. She'll try and drive in, pulls a floater from the free throw line, no good. Rebound effort, Mustangs coming away with it, maybe. Tiana Davis never could pick it up off the floor. Wetumpka seemed like they had picked it up, but they're going to call a travel instead on Aaliyah Humphrey.
Man, not sure what that travel call was because she passed that ball laying flat on her chest over to Lexi Smith. Tough break there for the Indians.
Yeah, she dove onto the floor, and I think you're exactly right. She never really moved from that position other than to just fire it over to Smith, get it away from all the chaos. Heaven Bailey will have it now for Stanhope as they still trail by 1. Bailey tried to pull a 3, but first a moving screen called against Tiana Davis. Second time we've seen a moving screen now called against the Mustangs. First one was Layla Ziegler in the first half, and now Davis, the guilty party. That's the third foul for Tiana Davis as well. There's 3 fouls each in this third quarter, so no one in the bonus just yet. Humphrey with it for the Indians. She gives to Smith. Near corner 3, bottom. Smith finally knocks one down after a couple consecutive misses. Makes it a 4-point lead now for Wetumpka, 41-37. Stanhope looking for some momentum. Aubrey Newton has an answer for the 3. She nails one herself, makes it 41-40. Now Richardson to Smith. Her turn for 3, no good. Battling for it, Smith trying to come away with her own board. She does. Had to really fight for that. Stays away from the mid-court line, almost had a backcourt violation. Got it over to Queen Ballard as she manages to drop it in. 43-40, Ballard with that bucket right under the basket.
And a great pass from Logan Banks, just perfectly over the top of the Mustang defending Queen Ballard, and then great job for Ballard to finish it.
Crosby to Harmon, now to the top of the key, Aubrey Newton. She'll pass to Davis, looking over, Corey Harmon again, near corner, drives inside, takes a floater that goes for 2, 43-42. Indians still with the 1-point advantage. 1 minute left to go in the third quarter. Humphrey looks inside, Banks pulls a shot from the free throw line and cannot hit it that time. Mustangs basketball here. Heaven Bailey up top. She'll try and drive. Full steam down the right side. Got stopped up, though, by Logan Banks, who takes it. Indians have numbers. Smith goes up for the lay. No good. Banks right there for it, though, in the putback. 45-42, Wetumpka. Stanhope again trying to find an answer here as they've had to chase the Indians throughout this one. They get a 2 to go. A long 2 is made by Heaven Bailey. Just one step inside the perimeter. Now a long 3 is no good from Maya Richardson. Stanhope comes away with the board. 5 seconds left in the quarter as Bailey trying to do it herself. She'll drive in, pulls a shot at the buzzer for 2, banks it in. Heaven Bailey with back-to-back buzzer beaters to end the last 2 quarters. And it makes it 46-45. Stanhope Elmore with the lead here after quarter number 3. We'll take a break and get ready for the final 8 minutes of this one on the Call Your Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. Whether it's the legendary Ford F-150 built to tackle any job, the bold and capable Ford Bronco built for the trails, or the versatile Bronco Sport perfect for every road trip, Collier Ford has the right ride for you. Proudly serving the River region since 1952. We're here to keep you on the road. Come to Collier.
105.1 WRFS is WRFS-FM, Rockford, Alexander City, Lake Martin, Wetumpka, Prattville, Montgomery, home of the Wetumpka Indians on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Gavin Baxley, Mitch Petrie here as Wetumpka trails now 46-45 after a remarkable buzzer beater again from Heaven Bailey. It's not often you get a buzzer beater, and it's certainly rare to have it happen twice from the same player. Heaven Bailey knocked one down from just past half court there to end the second quarter, and then now ending the third with a bank hook shot there for 2 to give Stanhope the lead. She is coming out of the huddle, looked a little gimpy here, hoping that she's okay, but Indians probably see that, may try to take advantage of it while she's still in. Culpepper now at the elbow. She'll try and take a shot. Indians can't get it to fall, but Culpepper gets the board, gives to Smith. She has it stolen away now. Here comes Tiana Davis, who slows things up and gives to Heaven Bailey. Bailey and the Mustangs trying to extend a 1-point lead. She'll pass across the way. Corey Harmon in the near corner, drives in, gets a floater for 2. Makes it 48-45, Stanhope Elmore. They had to chase Wetumpka throughout that quarter. Now a 3 from Lexi Smith will not go. Culpepper fighting for the board. Stanhope comes away with it with Tiana Davis. They had to chase Wetumpka all through the third, and finally they have the advantage and are forcing Wetumpka to have to do the chasing now. Heaven Bailey up top drives in. A floating pass is going to be taken away. Banks gives to Smith. Easy layup, but she just can't get it to go. Oh, she had no one around her there and just could not get the roll. Sometimes it's so open it makes it difficult, and that's what one of those plays was. Heaven Bailey again. She'll try and drive in down the left side. Can't get it. Rebound from Davis. No good on the putback. Then a board from Crosby. And Karaji Crosby with it makes it 50-45. Richardson now. She's got it. She'll pull one from the far side of the baseline for 2. No good. Battling for the board again. Smith has it in a tie-up and a jump ball called. Possession arrow goes to Stanhope. Well, including the buzzer beater there to end the third quarter, it's a 6-0 run now for Stanhope.
A couple of offensive rebounds have allowed them to do so. Indians struggling on the boards right now, and definitely something that they want to clean up.
They've struggled on the boards throughout this ball game, but they've really somehow still managed to come up with stops. See if they can here. A 3-pointer now for Stanhope. No good. Corey Harmon couldn't connect. Tiana Davis tried to chase down a rebound before it goes out of play. 6:04 left to go Indians with a 5-point deficit, 50-45. Richardson looks inside. Banks driving in. Gives to Ballard. She goes up. Got the bucket and the foul. That's a way to end a run right there. Queen Ballard with a great bucket. And she will now head to the line here for an and one opportunity.
Logan Banks picking up another assist yet again to Queen Ballard. She's had a couple of really nice passes to find Ballard with some space in that low post.
Ballard with a free throw coming here. Trying to cut it back within 2, and she cannot connect. A 3-point deficit for Wetumpka, 50-47. 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go as Stanhope has possession with Heaven Bailey. Bailey trying to do it herself. She'll finally give to Aubrey Newton on the far corner. She now pulls a long 2, no good. Tiana Davis out jumps everyone for the board, gives to Corey Harmon, who knocks down a 3. 53-47, Stanhope Elmore. Indians need a bucket. They'll give to Culpepper. Now back up top, Humphrey. Humphrey has it poked away. Stanhope with it. Now coast to coast, Bailey with an up and under lay that will not fall. Ballard has it, but they will stop play for a moment. I think Culpepper got poked in the eye. And so they'll give her just a moment before we resume. 5:09 left on the clock now as Wetumpka has possession, but facing the largest deficit of the night, and that is 6 points, 53-47. Humphrey to Smith, back to Humphrey again, up top, pump fake, step back, now a 3, banks it in! Aaliyah Humphrey with the 3. 53-50 now.
Big shot there from Aaliyah Humphrey. Great job creating the space, and an even better shot.
Whistle blown, timeout called by Coach Kelvin Stokes. And the Mustangs, after a crucial three-pointer there from Aaliyah Humphrey, managing to light a spark in this Indians team.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that the Indians really needed. We're struggling to get a couple of things going on offense. Haven't been super consistent here to start this fourth quarter, but that'll definitely swing momentum the way of the black and gold.
53-50 our score. Central Alabama Community College is building brighter futures right here at home. With affordable tuition, flexible programs, and campuses across the region, CAC helps students start strong and go far. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success. Mustangs talking things over, so are the Indians, as Wetumpka has gotten back up onto their feet here, feeling the momentum as they still trail by 3. They've got some work to do still, but you couldn't have asked for that bucket at a better time from Aaliyah Humphrey.
No, not at all. That was a very clutch shot there from Aaliyah Humphrey. And just a really great job to go back to it, just creating the space. She was guarded tightly, got her defender, Aubrey Newton, to step over not once but twice with the crossover and step back, and then just a beautiful shot there from Aaliyah Humphrey when the Indians needed it most.
4:48 left now. Stanhope has possession. An inbound was tipped by Smith, but Stanhope comes away with it. Heaven Bailey driving in, pulls a jumper for 2, in and out, no good. Got her own board, though, off the deflection. Aubrey Newton up top. Finds an open person with Corey Harmon. She'll try and drive in. Can't get it to go as she drove down the baseline. Foul called on the floor on the rebound effort here. Trying to see who this went against. It's called against Logan Banks for Wetumpka as Stanhope will inbound. 4:32 left to play now as the Mustangs retain possession. Aubrey Newton from the baseline. Trying to find someone to give it to. A bounce pass there and a bucket made by Karaji Crosby. She draws a foul off Logan Banks. Banks back-to-back fouls called against her there. Visibly frustrated there as she picks up her 4th foul. And Stanhope shooting an and one free throw to put it back to a 6-point lead if she can make it. Karaji Crosby will not connect. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wetumpka. Ballard and Banks were both there for it, and it got knocked out of play. And somehow Wetumpka was the last to get a finger on it. Aubrey Newton inbounding again. Gives to Corey Harmon. Bounce pass now picked up. Looking inside. Tiana Davis, nothing doing. Wetumpka finally coming away with a stop here. Richardson quickly racing down. Gives to Smith for three. Overshoots it. Ballard picks up the air ball, though, and will not be able to get a putback. Karaji Crosby with a rebound there, and Stanhope will slow things down for a moment. Bailey, she'll drive in quickly. Pulls a floater, no good. Rebound by Ballard. Almost had it ripped away. A foul is called. Heaven Bailey is going to get called for that one. You got to look at Ballard there. She gets those rebounds. She's holding it above her head like that. And it makes it very easy for somebody to just rip it out in that moment. That's what happened there, fortunately drawing the foul.
Yeah, and that you not even just ripping it out. That opens the door to jump balls as well. Just get a couple hands on it, have it there for a second. They'll probably call that jump ball.
4 minutes to go. And, typically that works for Ballard. She's usually easily the tallest on the floor, but Stanhope has some height to them as well with both Davis and Karaji Crosby. Now a three-pointer. Maya Richardson won't connect, and Aubrey Newton comes away with the board. Heaven Bailey walking her way up the court with just over 3.5 minutes left. Tiana Davis now. Bounce pass inside. Crosby almost had it. Now the Indians coming away with it. Ballard launches it down the floor. Richardson has a chance at a lay and will get it. Great lay there. Great vision from Queen Ballard, who fired it all the way down the court through traffic and got it to her. 55-52, Stanhope Elmore. Mustangs with possession with Heaven Bailey. Bailey now will try and drive. Pickpocketed. Here comes Maya Richardson again for another lay, and she's got that one too. 1 point game.
Two great buckets there from Maya Richardson, not letting the empty space get in her head. Off steals both times.
Corey Harmon was driving inside. This time a blocking foul is called against Wetumpka. It'll go against Queen Ballard. Stanhope will be shooting 2 free throws there off the shooting foul. Corey Harmon will stand at the stripe. Indians with back-to-back buckets there from Richardson was able to cut it to a 1 point game. And Stanhope getting it back to a 2 point lead now with that free throw. Harmon with one more coming. Queen Ballard checking out for Wetumpka. On the floor for the Indians right now, Lexi Smith, Aaliyah Humphrey, Maya Richardson, Logan Banks, and Layla Culpepper. Second free throw good as well. A perfect trip there for Corey Harmon. 57-54, 2:50 left to play. A wide open three from Lexi Smith now. Cannot connect. Culpepper with a rebound. Couldn't get the putback. Stanhope comes away with it. Karaji Crosby with a good effort on the boards. Crosby in trouble from Smith, so give it over to Heaven Bailey. Smith playing tight defense. Bailey will get around her, drive in, pull a jumper, and it will go. Goes back to a 5 point lead now for Stanhope. 59-54, 2:15 to go. Humphrey to Richardson. Timeout called by Coach Winchester with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock here. It is 59-54, Stanhope Elmore. Wetumpka will have possession after the timeout. And you've got to figure out a way here to get some stops defensively and not only get the stop, but don't give them multiple chances to take shots. You've got to get those rebounds.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if you're the Indians, you really got to focus on getting the ball in the paint. It's what's worked for them well all game. Straight away from that a little bit. Had a couple of threes go your way, but that's not what you want to rely on coming down this stretch. This Indians team much better down low inside the paint, and I'd like to see them go back to it.
We'll see what they can do here. They took Queen Ballard out moments ago, as she will go back in, and I imagine that's probably the way to do it here. Is you're going to be needing rebounds. Aaliyah Humphrey inbounding for Wetumpka. Culpepper was the one to come out in relief for Queen Ballard. So it is Humphrey, Richardson, Lexi Smith, Queen Ballard, and Logan Banks for Wetumpka. Indians get the inbound into the backcourt here with Maya Richardson. She'll bring it across. Coming down to the final 2 minutes here. Richardson to Smith. Floating pass to Ballard, who cannot corral it as Burton picked it up. Stanhope has possession. 2 minutes to go.
Got to get a stop here for the Indians.
Here's Bailey from up top. She'll loop back around and go stand at the logo. Burning some clock away here with now 1:45 to go. Bailey driving in with the left hand. She'll go up, can't get it, but a foul called again. Indians called for another foul, this time against Aaliyah Humphrey. And Heaven Bailey will shoot 2 free throws.
And if you're the Indians, that's just about the last person you want to send to the line is Heaven Bailey.
Well, she'll make the first, which puts it back to a 6-point difference at 60-54. One more coming, and now each possession will become must score for Wetumpka. Second free throw takes a Mustang roll and falls 61-54. Minute 35 now. Humphrey to Banks. Banks in the paint, kicking back out. Humphrey up top. She'll try and drive, go up with a floater. Foul is called. A blocking foul there. It goes against Corey Harmon. Well, check that. Yes, Corey Harmon was called for the foul there. I saw Anaya Burton involved as well, but yeah, it was Harmon who is credited for it. Aaliyah Humphrey shooting 2 free throws off the shooting foul. 1:28 to go.
High pressure free throws here coming for Aaliyah Humphrey.
First one is good. And that's an important one at the very least. Keeps it at a 2-score game now at 6 points the difference. Second free throw for Humphrey will go in and out. Indians have a chance to chase this down and do. Ballard got it, gives to Humphrey. Indians reset. Gives to Culpepper. She'll pull a 3, cannot get it. Good rebound by Richardson. Kicks out. Humphrey has it again. Back to Richardson. Far corner for 3. It will not go. Took a couple bounces, couldn't get it. Stanhope comes away with it. 1 minute, 5 seconds to go now. And Stanhope has possession with a 6-point lead. Heaven Bailey with it. Fighting against Culpepper here. 55 seconds to play. Foul is called off the ball there against Tiana Davis. More moving screens for Stanhope Elmore. You can hear the boos here on our side of the stands. We're perched up on the visitor side. Stanhope Elmore upset with the call. It gives Wetumpka a little bit of life. (61-55), 55 seconds to go. Richardson to Smith. She will pass inside. Ballard back to Smith again. Now Smith driving. She'll go up for one in the paint. No good. Ballard with a rebound and a putback. 61-57 now. Indians have to find a way to get a stop. 35 seconds. Foul is called against Lexi Smith in the backcourt there. I believe that is the 5th foul of the quarter for Wetumpka. And that will put Stanhope Elmore to the line with Heaven Bailey shooting 2 free throws. 34.6 left on the clock here. Need at least one miss out of this, possibly. And Heaven Bailey, it's hard to find a miss from her. She makes the first one. Puts it at 62-57. If she can miss one, it'll give Wetumpka a chance to cut it to a 1-score game again. Second free throw off the front of the iron. Rebound by Queen Ballard. Here come the Indians with 30 seconds left. Richardson to Smith. Driving in, looking for somewhere to go. Stolen away, though. Tiana Davis coast to coast. She goes up for the lay, no good. It goes out of bounds. Wetumpka ball.
Indians. (62-57). Wetumpka
Needs it badly here. Timeout called by Coach Winchester with 17.8 seconds left on the clock. Somehow got to come up with 2 baskets and also a stop against Stanhope Elmore here, who has been awfully efficient and really tough to stop off just one shot. They've had multiple possessions nearly every time where they get 2 or more shot attempts off.
Yeah, and I think if you're the Indians, it's probably going to come down to the inbound. Got to come out with that full court pressure, try to force a mistake on behalf of the Mustangs, and try and steal away 2 possessions in these last 18 seconds.
Coming out of the huddle here in just a moment. Wetumpka has had chances here in these last couple moments, but they turned it over. That's what gave Tiana Davis a chance at that layup that she couldn't connect. Need to get a score, need to get it quickly here, does Wetumpka. Aaliyah Humphrey inbounding. Well, check that. Maya Richardson will inbound instead. On the floor for the Indians, Smith, Banks, Ballard, and Humphrey. Richardson will get it to Humphrey in the backcourt. 17 seconds left. Humphrey, long 3 is off target. Rebound by the Mustangs. Tiana Davis has it, and a foul is called against Wetumpka. 9 seconds left. Mustangs will be shooting free throws in what will likely become a win for Stanhope Elmore. Tiana Davis heading to the line, up by 5. It would take quite a lot here for Wetumpka to get something, but a miss would certainly help, and Tiana Davis does miss the first. Second free throw from Davis, off target as well. Indians get the board, 8 seconds. Foul is called with 7 seconds against Stanhope Elmore. It is on the floor. Indians are not in the bonus here, as they will be inbounding it. It was Logan Banks who was fouled and went down, was holding her knee. She's walking a little bit gingerly, but seems like she may be able to just walk this off. They'll get the inbound to Smith with 7 seconds. Pass to Humphrey. She needs to pull the 3. Finally does. Can't get it. Ballard goes up. Can't get it either as time will expire. And Stanhope Elmore gets a win over Wetumpka in the girls matchup. 62-57, our final score. Mustangs get the win. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll recap this one, try and talk with Coach Winchester, and then get ready for the boys matchup of Wetumpka and Stanhope Elmore on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
When it comes to real estate in the River region, trust the team that puts you first. Chad Barrett, Beverly Wright, and Kathy Thornton. With experience, dedication, and a commitment to making every move smooth, they're here to guide you whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Together at RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, they're the names families across our community count on. Call today and let Chad, Beverly, or Kathy help with your next move.
In Wetumpka, we take pride in our hometown. And so does Brent Turner, owner of Precision Floor Care. A Wetumpka graduate and now a local small business owner, Brent built Precision Floor Care on a commitment to serve his community. From tile and grout work to stone, pavers, and concrete, Precision Floor Care delivers precise, hard surface flooring solutions that protect the places that matter most. Precision Floor Care. Precise, hard surface flooring solutions. Learn more at callpfc.com.
62-57, our final score. Stanhope Elmore getting the victory over Wetumpka in the girls matchup. We're now joined by head girls coach Harriet Winchester. And coach, obviously a frustrating ending to that game. Your first reactions?
Not upset of anything. I'm really proud of how they adjusted from last week. We played a really hard game all 4 quarters, and that was good.
Obviously, it is frustrating to come away with a loss, but seemed like this team really was able to keep pace a lot more efficiently in this one. Had a great showing from beyond the arc, but also was able to get inside a little bit better. What do you think?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
It seemed like the Indians were able to get inside the paint a little bit better here tonight. Was that the case?
Yeah, so we told them, penetrate, work on your penetration just a little bit more because we know we're going to have to face them again. But that was the main goal, getting inside either by penetrating or by hitting the post.
Coach, unfortunate loss here, but a great season left to come for this Indians team. Thanks for the time.
Oh, yeah. Thank y'all.
That's Coach Harriet Winchester. When we return, we'll talk with head coach Stephen Thomas and get ready for the boys matchup of Wetumpka and Stanhope Elmore. We're about 8 minutes away from tip-off of the boys matchup of this rivalry on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Hi, I'm Kathy Thornton with RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus. Helping families here in the River region is more than a job, it's personal. I take the time to listen, understand what you need, and fight to get you the best deal possible. Whether you're buying or selling in Central Alabama, let's work together to make it happen. I'm Kathy Thornton at RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, here to help you every step of the way.
It's never too late to take the next step. The Central Alabama Community College Adult Learning Program helps adults 18 and older earn their GED or even a high school diploma. You can also prepare for the workforce with short-term certificates in medical billing and coding, medical assisting, pharmacy technician, or hospitality and culinary. Flexible classes fit your schedule and your future starts today. Visit cacc.edu/adult education or call 256-378-2017. CACC Adult Learning Program. Discover you.
When your job depends on quality building materials, depend on Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply. From framing lumber and roofing to concrete, drywall, and fasteners, we've got the materials to build it right and build it strong. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, if you're building, you belong here with dependable products and local service you can trust. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your go-to source for building materials.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Welcome back for the boys matchup of the Indians and the Mustangs, joined now by head coach Stephen Thomas. And Coach, you played this team just recently, got a win on the road. Now you come at home, got to be a little bit extra motivation now to defend the home court here tonight.
Yeah, it's always great to get one at their place, and it's a little bit of extra motivation to come here and to repeat and to win on our court. Like, we take a lot of pride in playing in front of our fans and have Tribe Night going on where we have all the teachers, the community here. Like, it's really important for us to come out and just have a good game to thank all the supporters that we had throughout the season, and it's a good opportunity to showcase just our program.
There has been one game in between the two Stanhope matchups, and that was Park Crossing. Unfortunately fell short earlier this week. What do you take away from that game as you go into tonight?
Just to see what we have to go in and improve on. Our defensive effort, we have to improve on. We didn't come out with that intensity we typically do over at Park Crossing. So to see our guys to respond in this matchup tonight, to really come out and set the tone early on the defensive end, that's what we're looking for.
And looking at that Stanhope matchup as well, obviously when you play a team once before, you get to learn a lot about the team you're against, but also about yourself as a program. What were the key takeaways from that matchup that you now carry into tonight?
That we can respond in any situation. We had guys early in foul trouble over at Stanhope, and having guys, John Hudson, LT, step up, and Miller Lombardi step up off the bench and really play heavy minutes for us to really respond with that situation. You never know what's going to happen in terms of calls. So key guys sitting early, and those guys stepping up and giving us good minutes. That was good to see from that standpoint.
What's the most important thing this team has to execute tonight to get a win?
Defense. That simple, defense.
Fair enough. Best of luck to you, Coach. Appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
We'll be right back as we get ready for tip-off of Wetumpka and Stanhope Elmore in the boys matchup on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Chad Barrett. Growing up here in Central Alabama, I've always believed in doing the things the right way with honesty and hard work. That's exactly how I approach real estate, from your first showing to the closing table. I'll be by your side. Call me, Chad Barrett at RE/MAX Cornerstone.
When a sports injury has you sidelined, Baptist Ortho Now offers comprehensive orthopedic care with no appointment from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with board-certified specialists treating injuries and expert physical therapists administering everything from sports medicine to everyday recovery treatment. Baptist Ortho Now, getting you off the bench and back in the action. East Chase across from Target.
It's never too late to take the next step. The Central Alabama Community College Adult Learning Program helps adults 18 and older earn their GED or even a high school diploma. You can also prepare for the workforce with short-term certificates in medical billing and coding, medical assisting, pharmacy technician, or hospitality and culinary. Flexible classes fit your schedule and your future starts today. Visit cacc.edu/adult education or call 256-378-2017. CACC Adult Learning Program. Discover you.
Looking to tackle your next home project? Look no further than Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, with same-day pickup, ship to store, and ship to home, all available at russelldoitcenter.com. Whether it's paints, tools, lumber, or lawn care, we've got what you need with the service you can trust. So be sure to shop today at russelldoitcenter.com. russelldoitcenter.com.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Hungry for fresh, flavorful seafood? Come to Wharf Casual Seafood, your local spot for shrimp, crab claws, mahi-mahi, and all your coastal favorites. Looking for a budget-friendly bite? Check out our tasty lunch specials featuring wraps, salads, shrimp, and more. Wharf Casual Seafood, wharfcasualseafood.com. The coast is here.
Welcome you back now as we get ready for tip-off of the boys matchup, Wetumpka and Stanhope Elmore. Time for our Keys to the Game, brought to you by RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty. Mitch, what have you got?
Well, number one thing is always going to be getting the ball to your bigs. Down low in that low post. Indians have really been successful when doing so this season, letting Caleb Ballard and Tom Sudduth go to work down low. And then the other thing is play some tight defense. Lost that game against Park Crossing back on Tuesday night and really did not do a great job of stopping the perimeter shooting. Park Crossing finished the night with about 12 three-pointers, something that we are totally not used to seeing from this Indians team.
Indians coming into this one coached by Stephen Thomas, a 14-7 record on the season, 2-0 in the area. They sit in first in 6A Area 4. Meanwhile, the Austin Monkus coach Stanhope Elmore Mustangs are 8-14 this season, 0-2 in the area, and are in third at the moment. The area standings right now: Wetumpka first at 2-0, Percy Julian 1-1 and second, and Stanhope Elmore 0-2 in third. This game could really establish Wetumpka as the front runner to be able to get that home court advantage that we mentioned in the girls matchup. Same deal here. Wetumpka winning would solidify them as probably the home team for the area tournament. Percy Julian would still have a say in it if they can beat Stanhope in the next time they play them. Wetumpka and Percy Julian will face off again next week. Time for our starting lineups, brought to you by First Community Bank. First Community Bank, let's do life together. As Stanhope Elmore gets ready, so do the Indians. For Wetumpka, the lineup: Jeremiah Smiley, the senior guard, with the senior Chris Robinson and sophomore forward Caleb Ballard. Tom Sudduth in the lineup once again for Wetumpka, and Andrew Voiles will round out the starting five for Wetumpka with Stephen Thomas as the head coach. For Stanhope Elmore, Terrence Collins, he's been a big threat for this Mustangs team. I'll tell you more about him in just a little bit. Jarmiko Jackson, Portland Crosby, Isaiah Petaway, and DeCaro Johnson will be the starting five for Stanhope with Austin Monkus as the first-year head coach for the Mustangs. Wetumpka will be in their all-white uniforms with black numbers and black lettering, while Stanhope Elmore in their black uniforms with red trim, red numbers, and the script Mustangs on the front of the jersey. I mentioned Terrence Collins just a moment ago. Collins against Wetumpka about 10 days ago, 28 points. Stanhope Elmore only scored 53 total, so Collins outscored the rest of his team combined in that matchup. He was the leading scorer among all players that touched the floor in that one. For Wetumpka, Chris Robinson was the top man that led the way with 23 points in that ball game, but they did have a strong showing that we saw from Andrew Voiles as well. Going to be interesting to see who we can look out for here in this one. Caleb Ballard was a guy, similar story here for this boys matchup as what we saw in the girls last time that they played as well. Wetumpka struggled to get inside a little bit. We didn't really see as much action from guys like Caleb Ballard for the boys, similar to how we didn't see as much from Queen Ballard in the girls matchup when we were out in Millbrook. Interested to see if that's maybe any different here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, this team has really shown the ability to show all over the court. You can have guys like Andrew Voiles, Miller Lombardi, and, of course, Chris Robinson. They can all shoot the ball. They can all drive inside as well. This team is a very balanced offense, and I'd like to see them rely on that to get this one.
Indians breaking their huddle here, getting ready to get underway as Wetumpka takes to the floor. Caleb Ballard will be set for the tip-off. As you hear the tomahawk chop start, and that means we are ready for tip-off. Caleb Ballard set to do battle here on the jump ball with DeCaro Johnson. Ballard just slightly taller than him, but this is one of the closer matchups that we will see Ballard have go against him this season. Again, for Wetumpka, it'll be Ballard, Smiley, Sudduth, Voiles, and Robinson on the floor. Jump ball goes in favor of Wetumpka. Caleb Ballard with a great job there to start things off with the tip-off. Smiley will have it for the Indians. He'll give to Sudduth. Sudduth now kicks back up top. Smiley again. Now Voiles over to Chris Robinson in the far corner. He drives down the baseline. Couldn't get a first shot attempt. Got it again. Couldn't make it. And Stanhope comes away with it now. Trying to race down the floor was Terrence Collins, but he ran out of real estate and stepped out of bounds on the sideline. Not often you see a turnover like that, especially from Collins, their leading scorer. Andrew Voiles will have it for Wetumpka. He will try and drive now, but spins back around, gives to Sudduth at the top of the key. Now Smiley. Robinson, near corner, looks inside. This is Ballard. He'll spin and get a shot in the post to go. 2-0 Indians. 7:15 to play in the first. Mustangs with Isaiah Petaway passing inside down the baseline. Johnson couldn't get anything, but a three from Collins off the mark as well. Here comes Isaiah Petaway. He'll kick back out up top. Cortland Crosby will slow everything down for Stanhope. Bounce pass now, stolen away. Ballard by himself, jam it down. Ballard's fired up, so are the black and gold. 4-0. Wetumpka with the early lead here. Officials stopped play for a moment. They will resume now. I think Ballard maybe got a warning there. He was pretty adamant about the celebration. They'll get the inbound to Collins. He's trapped in the corner, but gives to Jarmico Jackson. Mustangs now with Cortland Crosby. Crosby looking, floater pass. The alley-oop attempt at Johnson will not work out. Chris Robinson got a hand in there to defend it. Voiles now. He'll drive in from the right side. Left side, that is. Couldn't get the lay, but he draws a foul. And I believe it'll be called against Jarmico Jackson. Whistle blown here, and I think Coach Monkus is getting a warning for Stanhope Elmore. Foul goes against Jarmiko Jackson for Stanhope. And I'm not sure what Munkus did, but they pointed right at him there in what seemed like a warning. He got one, or we saw a warning last time these two faced off as well. Coach Thomas was called for one in that game. Voiles, for his first free throw, will get it to go. 5-0 Wetumpka. 6:28 left to go in the first quarter. Voiles shooting his second free throw right here. And knocks that one down as well. A 6-0 start for Wetumpka. Mustangs looking for their first basket. Near corner, three. Johnson, no good. Racing for the board. Ballard tried to save it, but it goes out of bounds and stays with Stanhope.
Yeah, and maybe not the greatest play there from Caleb Ballard. Last touched by Stanhope, and maybe just let that one trickle out of bounds, but Ballard wanted to make a play on it.
This is always fun when Jackson has to inbound right in front of the student section. A lot of chirping coming from the tribe over there. Now Petaway, bounce pass inside. Jackson standing in the paint. He'll find some space. Can't get a mid-range shot to go as Suddick gets the board, gives to Voiles. 6 minutes left in the quarter. Robinson, long two is good. 8-0 Wetumpka, timeout Stanhope. And with 5:55 left in the first quarter, Indians are shutting out the Mustangs so far. 8-0 on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Protect what matters most with State Farm agent Jackson Hagan in Wetumpka. From auto and home to life insurance, Jackson Hagan and his dedicated team offer personalized service to ensure you have comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs. As a local agent, Jackson Hagan understands the unique challenges you face and is committed to guiding you through every step, from quotes to claims. Trust in a neighbor who truly cares. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there. Call 334-478-3864 for a quote today.
First quarter action is brought to you by State Farm agent Jackson Hagan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there.
Stanhope Elmore has it after the timeout. They'll try and drive inside quickly on the inbound. Couldn't get anything to go. And Wetumpka trying to come away with it here. Goes out of bounds at about mid-court. And on the scuffle there, I believe Stanhope will retain possession. Terrence Collins will inbound from mid-court here as Wetumpka still leads it 8-0. 5:40 to go in the first quarter. Cortland Crosby, bounce pass almost taken away by Ballard, but instead Caleb Ballard will be called for the foul.
Tough break there for Caleb Ballard, who's trying to swing around the side there of that Mustang player, but he had his arm wrapped around him. They're going to get him for the reach in every time.
Inbounding from the baseline, Jarmiko Jackson looking for somewhere to go. Now they've got a man in Terrence Collins in the near corner, but he retreats and gives to Cortland Crosby back up top. Petaway now passing to Crosby, looking for somewhere to go as he's covered by Robinson. Has it stolen away. Here's Robinson, who is tripped up by Cortland Crosby, and that'll be a foul every time.
And a tough tumble to the ground there for Chris Robinson, and definitely not thrilled with getting tripped up there. Indians had numbers on the fast break.
So Crosby gets a foul called against him. And Robinson will inbound for Wetumpka. Robinson with it. Now looping around. It'll go to Voiles. He pulls the three. No good. Collins with a rebound. And with 5 minutes left in the first, Stanhope still looking for its first bucket. Crosby fires over to Jackson. Back to Crosby again. Trying to find somewhere to penetrate. Looked at a three. Instead, they'll go to Jackson. Petaway thought differently of the three-pointer. Jackson, now Crosby again. Long possession here. And Stanhope methodically looking for that first bucket. Now they'll look inside. This is Crosby in the post, in trouble. Kicks back out. Jackson, now a three-pointer. Isaiah Petaway in and out, no good. Stanhope comes away with a board. Can't get the putback, but DeCaro Johnson gets a second opportunity. He can't get either of them, but a foul is called. Goes against Stanhope, I believe, as DeCaro Johnson was called for it on the rebound effort. He got the putback effort, couldn't make that, then couldn't get the second attempt either, and comes away with a foul called against him as well.
I think it was a little bit of an over-the-back call there. He was trying to get the rebound over Tom Sudduth, and not easy points there. And really a big credit here to Wetumpka's defense. They've been real strong in the paint, and a lot of these shots have been very much contested for the Mustangs.
Mustangs playing back quite a bit. They'll let Wetumpka come up the floor without much struggle. Now passing to everyone there. They had some quick ball movement that eventually comes right back up top to Voiles. They had a look at Sudduth under the basket, but he didn't do anything with it. Now Ballard standing at the free throw line with it. He'll try and drive in, go off the glass, can't get it. Collins with a rebound and manages to escape the pressure on the battle for the board. Pettaway gives to Jaden Wise, and back to Pettaway again. 3:45 left in the quarter. Jackson over now to Wise, and back to Jackson once more. This is Crosby, who now gives to Pettaway, and back over to Wise. Everybody getting an opportunity here. Collins with it again for Stanhope. In trouble, but he'll drive in anyway. Got it off the glass. He'll get a foul called as well. Terrence Collins finally gets Stanhope Elmore its first points with 3:28 left in the first quarter. It's 8-2, a free throw coming for Terrence Collins as Jeremiah Smiley will exit for Wetumpka. LT Davis makes his debut tonight. Collins, free throw off the front of the rim. Mustangs had a chance at a board. Instead, Davis gets it, gives to Voiles. Voiles was looking to try and get in the post. Instead, it'll go back up top to Robinson. He drives in, whistle blown, double dribble called against Robinson. Turnover there from Wetumpka. Going to try and maintain what was a strong 8-0 run in the first 4 minutes of this game. Jaden Wise. He'll give to Jackson. Now Terrence Collins working with Jordan Moore. Back with it up top, Isaiah Pettaway. 3 minutes left in the quarter as Jordan Moore will spin around trying to get in the post. Goes up, almost blocked by Ballard. Instead, they call a foul.
Second foul there on Caleb Ballard. Got to watch that as this game goes on. He's a huge part of this Indians, both offense and defense, really dominating paint presence. Definitely do not want to have to make him sit on the bench.
Jordan Moore now will shoot 2 free throws as he makes the first of them. Started off with the first 8 points of this game going in favor of Wetumpka, but we knew that Stanhope wouldn't go away that easily, as they've scored the last 3 with another free throw on the way here in just a moment from Moore. Can't get that one to go. Robinson with a nice rebound, and he will bring it up. 2:48 left in the first quarter. Robinson fires inside. Sudduth goes up. Had plenty of room for it as he gets it to drop. 10-3 now, Wetumpka.
And honestly surprised they didn't give the foul call there to Tom Sudduth. Had his arm kind of grabbed as he went up for it, but a great job to finish through contact regardless.
Jackson to Moore. Jordan Moore gives to Jaden Wise. Now a strong pass into the paint there that comes right back to him as Jaden Wise was looking at Moore but got it right back. Now with it is Isaiah Pettaway. Just trying to find some space. Terrence Collins from beyond the arc. He'll drive in but then kick back out again. Now with it again. Pettaway spinning. Goes up for a floater from the far side. No good. John Hudson Wingard with a rebound. Wingard entering for the first time tonight.
Indians again just playing some great defense every single time the Mustangs go for a pass. Somebody comes crashing in, playing some real tight defense, and then doing a great job of contesting these shots as well.
Voiles to Robinson in the far corner. He tries to give back to Voiles, but it is stolen away here. Quickly taken back by Wetumpka. In disarray, Robinson to Voiles in the far corner. He'll try and drive down the baseline. A lot of contact as he goes up for one, and a foul is called.
That's a great job there by Andrew Voiles. That's a tough shot from directly under the basket, but sees all the defenders around him, decided to go up anyway in hopes of drawing a foul, and does so there.
So Andrew Voiles will now shoot 2 free throws with 1:23 left in the first. Knocks down the first free throw.
Mass substitution here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, they'll make plenty of changes. Mason Dobbs on the floor for the first time, along with Cortland Crosby still out there with DeCaro Johnson. Also on the floor, Jaden Wise and Cameron Fenderson. Saw a lot of that with Stanhope before as Voiles made the second free throw, makes it 12-3. 1:15 left in the first quarter. Crosby gives to Wise. Now Fenderson with it. Fenderson trying to drive in, kicking back out. Wise, he'll drive, can't get a floater to fall, and a rebound from Andrew Voiles. 12-3, minute left in the first quarter. Voiles now, hop, skip, goes up for a lay, cannot get it either. Jaden Wise comes away with it for Stanhope with 50 seconds left in the first. Crosby gives to Dobbs from the far side at the top of the key now. And Fenderson will drive in. He'll go for a floater. Gets a roll to go his way. And it's 12-5 now. Last 30 seconds of the fourth quarter, or first quarter that is. Andrew Voiles will pull a three and cash it in. A 10-point lead for Wetumpka here in the opening quarter. 15-5, 20 seconds to go in the first. Crosby to Wise. Wise now looks in to Dobbs. He tries to drive in, lost it, went out of bounds. And Wetumpka basketball. 11.8 on the clock in the first quarter. Bounce pass to Voiles. He's going to walk his way up and make sure this is his last possession of the quarter. Voiles trying to direct traffic. There's only 3 seconds on the clock now. 1 second. Robinson goes up for a lay. Couldn't get it at the buzzer, and that ends quarter number 1. 15-5. Black and gold in front over Stanhope on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Are you tired of slow internet? With Central Access, you get the speeds you pay for delivered directly to your door, so you won't get bogged down when your neighbors are online too. Stream, game, work, and video chat. No contracts, no data caps, no price hikes, nothing but an exceptional online experience. Check availability today at capcaccess.com. Central Access, your local link to broadband.
Second quarter action is brought to you by Golf Video. Live event and video production elevating your next project. Let Jackson Dean and his team make your event look like $1 million. Online at golfvideo.io.
15-5 our score. Wetumpka leading it over Stanhope Elmore as we enter quarter number 2. It was all Wetumpka for the first 4 minutes of that game, 8-0 there in that first quarter. And then Stanhope Elmore started to battle back and got the 5 points, but Wetumpka kept the pedal down. They lead it by 10 here. Stanhope will have possession to start the second quarter. Crosby will try to look at driving in. Instead, he will give it back out. This is Fenderson, who passes to Johnson. He tried to get something going, driving down the baseline, and nothing doing. Goes out of bounds. Wetumpka ball.
And again, this Indians team playing some of the best defense that they have all season. Multiple bodies attacking whoever has it down low in the paint especially, but a great job of getting bodies on people and just continuing to contest these shots from Stanhope Elmore.
Andrew Voiles will try and drive down the left side of the lane. Full head of steam as he lays it in. 17-5 Wetumpka. Crosby. He'll give to Fenderson. Fenderson misfires the pass back, and that'll be a backcourt violation. Crosby had to chase it down on the opposite end of the line there. And a turnover on a costly mistake for Stanhope.
Yeah, and that's just a miscommunication there. Thought Crosby was going to come back out and kind of settle in front of that half-court logo, but instead was starting to crash inside and just passed it where nobody was home.
Robinson will inbound. He'll fire it back to Sudduth in the backcourt, who gives to Voiles. As he brings it up the floor here, spreading everyone around a little bit, gives to Sudduth. He tries to drive in, but a whistle blown beforehand, and I believe Wetumpka is going to be called for a foul away from the ball there. Or, pardon, that's a violation. I think Wingard was in the paint a little bit too long. 7 minutes left in the third. Or in the second quarter, that is. Jaden Wise here will give to Crosby. Crosby a pass to Dobbs up top. Bounce passing inside here. Trying to scoop it off the floor, but a foul called first. Well, it was a really tough effort there from Jaden Wise as he was surrounded by 3 Indians. And somehow is going to come away with possession out of that. Wise will inbound from the baseline. Bounce pass there, going up. Got it off the glass is Mason Dobbs, and he draws a foul. Miller Lombardi is going to be called for this one.
And Miller Lombardi was called for that first foul as well, so 2 fouls in a span of about 30 seconds there. And it'll send Dobbs, to the free throw line there. And after those 2 quick fouls, Lombardi will take a seat and Smiley will come on in his place.
So an and 1 free throw coming now for Mason Dobbs as Stanhope Elmore trails by 10. And he'll get that one to go as well. 17-8 the score, 6:42 left to go in the first half. Voiles. He will drive again, trying to go with that left side once more. Spinning, and a travel is going to be called.
Yeah, tough break there for Voiles. Hit the spin move, and that pivot foot just slid ever so slightly, but right in front of the official, they're going to call that one.
Tough turnover there. Got to be careful with those as Stanhope's going to try and claw their way back into this. Dobbs to Crosby, and now Cameron Fenderson. Passes to Petaway, and now back over to Crosby again on the far side. Johnson with it. And Petaway again. Stanhope's been really good about the ball movement over the last few games. They try and drive inside again with Petaway. He kicks out, but it misfires. And they're going to say Wetumpka had a finger on it that sent it out of bounds. Fenderson will inbound from the baseline now. Looking for someone, running out of time. He finally gets it to Mason Dobbs at the top of the key. A pass there, a little too high for Crosby, fortunately picked up by Fenderson. Crosby has it again and gave to Petaway. Now a bounce pass inside. Fenderson lost it. Wetumpka comes away with it. Andrew Voiles has it now. It was he and a couple other Indians were all involved in stealing that one. Robinson open in the near corner. He'll drive down the baseline. Got the bucket right under the rim, and he will draw a foul.
First bucket of the night there for Chris Robinson in a great way to do so. Open in the corner, pump fake, get your man in the air, gives him some space to go ahead and drive inside, and great job there, finishing through contact yet again.
Robinson with an and 1 free throw coming. An 11-point lead for Wetumpka. Everyone trying to catch their breath, and I'll tell you, it is a packed house. I don't know if it's the warm bodies, but it is hot in here. And it's probably going to have an effect on these players as well as they are playing all out in this rivalry matchup right now. An inbound there after the make. Wow, that was chaotic. Wetumpka made the free throw. Stanhope tried to inbound from the baseline. And Cortland Crosby's inbound hit the back of the backboard there. And then on the scramble for it, there was a foul called as Wetumpka drew the foul. Andrew Voiles will inbound. All that chaos started because it hit the back of the backboard on the inbound. Voiles has it now for Wetumpka. 5:30 left in the first half. Robinson looked inside for Ballard. A foul called again off the ball, I believe. right as he was trying to pass it to Caleb Ballard, Jordan Moore was called for the foul. Moore was reaching around Caleb Ballard there. Exactly 5:30 left now in the first half. Voiles lobs a pass to Ballard. He'll give to Robinson up top. He tries to drive in, gives to Ballard instead, who lost the handle of it before he could go up with it. Goes out of bounds. Again, Wetumpka holding on to possession, though. This has been a long time with them holding on to the basketball.
And honestly surprised about the no foul call there on Caleb Ballard. When he lost it for a second, looked like he almost got a hand to the face there from Jordan Moore.
Robinson looked inside, gave to Ballard. He manages to get the lay, and a foul is called. It's a shooting foul that Caleb Ballard will benefit from. Went against Jordan Moore that time. Ballard was fired up about it again. He has been showing the emotions with each bucket so far. 23-8 as he makes the free throw. A 15-point lead for Wetumpka in this first half. Stanhope in trouble. He's going to be forced into the backcourt there, but Coach Monkus gets a timeout off before that happens. With 5:11 left in the half now, Coach Monkus saves Stanhope from what would have been a turnover had he fallen into the backcourt or tried to pass it into the backcourt, which is where he was trying to go with it. 23-8 our score. Wetumpka with the advantage. At First Community Bank, it's more than banking. It's a relationship that lasts. From checking and savings to loans and mortgages, they're here for every stage of life. Local people, local decisions, and a commitment to community. First Community Bank, let's do life together. Teams coming out of their huddles now. As Stanhope has got to find an answer. Terrence Collins has been extremely quiet so far. Stanhope's got to find a way to get him involved. As Stanhope will inbound here with Cameron Fenderson. And I mentioned Terrence Collins, who's not on the floor right now, by the way. They'll pass inside now, giving to Mason Dobbs. They fire to Fenderson. Now in the near corner is Moore, but right back to Fenderson again, and up top with Crosby. Fenderson, now Dobbs. Bounce pass inside as they go all around. Everybody getting a touch. Crosby will drive in. Euro step. Won't be able to get a good look at the shot, though, and it is deflected and sent out of bounds.
I think it was Caleb Ballard who got a hands on that. Credit him for the block coming from behind, just significantly taller than the Mustang there, and great job to swat it out of bounds.
Fenderson lobs one, nearly had a backcourt violation again as he caught it right at the line there. Jacaro Johnson. Isaiah Petaway here had it. Now looking to drive in is Mason Dobbs. Back up top, three-pointer off the mark there from Jordan Moore. Battling for this board. Tom Suddeth has it. Whistle's blown. And they're going to get Stanhope here for what was a violent interaction. Andrew Voiles is getting a talking to by the official as well. After, I think Stanhope had a few words to say on the floor. And they're going to call Isaiah Petaway for a foul here. Wetumpka is in the bonus now, so Tom Suddeth will be shooting free throws after the reach-in was called against Petaway. It's been getting chippy as we go here.
Yeah, and Stanhope Elmore starting to show their frustration because of this Indians' great defense. Just haven't been able to get anything going as the first free throw good from Suddeth.
24-8. Tom Suddeth shooting a free throw here after making the first. It has been all black and gold so far. Second free throw from Suddeth, good as well. 25-8. 4:23 left to go in this first half. Fenderson will inbound to Moore, and Fenderson will bring it up. Wetumpka showing a little bit of pressure in the backcourt now as well, as Fenderson works his way down the floor. Looping around, they'll go back up top to Crosby. Now Dobbs with it, tried to drive in, lost his dribble and stumbled. Sudduth picks it up, gives to Voiles. 4 minutes to go in the half. Pass inside, Ballard. Back up top, Voiles for three, off the front of the rim here. Great rebound effort from Smiley, but he lost it on the pass attempt. Mason Dobbs picked it up for Stanhope. They'll give to Crosby. Crosby with Fenderson as he backs off and gives over to Jackson, and right back to him again. They take turns with it. Now Crosby involved. He'll pull the three off target there. Ballard with a great board. Voiles for Wetumpka. Getting things set up, not taking much urgency here. Jeremiah Smiley tried to drive, had it swatted away though by Fenderson, and then picked it up. A travel called against Smiley after he picked it up. Took a couple steps there under the basket. Substitutions for both teams coming after that whistle, as LT Davis will enter in the place of Smiley. Coming out for Stanhope now is Jordan Moore. DeCaro Johnson out there for the Mustangs. Fenderson up top with Crosby. And now Mason Dobbs with it. Looks inside. This is Fenderson. Back up top again. Fenderson again in the paint. And now Dobbs. Dobbs from outside. Keeps losing his dribble there as he tries to go with the crossover move. And Fenderson will have it up top again as they have to reset once more. Crosby spinning. Bounce pass inside. Taken away. Here's Andrew Voiles coast to coast. Goes up with it and draws the foul. Boy, it just seems like everything that Stanhope has tried to do each possession, their initial plan has not worked. They've always had to go to plan B or C on each possession.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of fouls, and Indians already were in the bonus just about 3.5 minutes into this second quarter, and then you look at the other end of the floor and nothing coming easy for the Mustangs. I mean, every single shot, like I've been talking about all game, just contested by the Indians. This 2-3 zone is really working out for them.
Andrew Voiles missed the first free throw. Second attempt, much better, 26-8.
That free throw puts Voiles in double digits. He's got 10 of the Indians' 26.
Fenderson to Jackson as they have to work their way up. Running out of time here in the backcourt, but they finally get it across. Crosby, he'll try and drive in. Kick out. Fenderson for three. Off to the right, and an air ball. It will trail out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say last touched by Andrew Voiles. And I'm not quite sure. He was trying to stop Jarmico Jackson from getting to it. And I guess they're saying that maybe it hit Voiles' knee in the process of that.
He was doing a great job boxing out, though.
Stanhope will still have it after that. Fenderson tried to pass, but taken away. LT Davis, he'll try and show the speed now as he races down, but a foul goes against Jarmico Jackson beforehand. Again, Wetumpka heading to the free throw line.
And that's 3 on Jarmico Johnson.
LT Davis on the free throw. He's got that one. And you mentioned Jarmico Jackson with the 3 fouls. They've really stacked up for Wetumpka, or for Stanhope Elmore so far. 5 total in this period, or 6 that is. And quickly got into the bonus in that first quarter as well, did Wetumpka. So foul trouble already becoming a factor. Second free throw from Davis, no good. They will stop play here, and I'm not sure if it was a lane violation. I think it was. No, they're going to say this was another foul. And Tom Sudduth will now head to the free throw line. Coach Monkus is visibly frustrated. LT Davis had his chance at the line. Now Tom Sudduth shooting 2 immediately after. His first free throw in and out.
A third of the Indians' points coming from the free throw line tonight. 9 of 27 and 10 team fouls there for the Mustangs. Got to clean that up if you're a Stanhope Elmore fan.
Second free throw from Suddiff off the front of the rim. Rebound by Cortland Crosby. 2 minutes left in the half. Stanhope needs something here just to get a heartbeat. Foul is called on the floor here against Andrew Voiles as Cameron Fenderson got tripped up. 2 minutes to go in the half.
And Coach Tom is not thrilled about that foul call, and I have to agree with him there. Thought it should have been an offensive foul. You had Fenderson kind of extend that arm and that elbow against Voiles.
Cortland Crosby will pass to Jaden Slater, who is entered for the first time. Now a three-pointer from up top. No good there, as it was Crosby who couldn't get it. But then Stanhope gets a board, manages to get a bucket from right under the basket. 27-10. Suddiff inside, immediately able to get one to go for Wetumpka. Great vision there from Chris Robinson as he looked inside and found Suddiff. 29-10 Wetumpka. Minute 20 to go in the half.
You talk about that vision there from Robinson. Leads the state in assists right now, averaging just over 9 per game.
Three-pointer for Stanhope, no good. Mason Dobbs could not connect. A minute 5 now in the half and a 19-point lead. Suddiff was tripped up as they tried to pass inside. No whistle there. And Mason Dobbs comes away with it. His pass deflected, but still picked up by Fenderson for Stanhope. He'll drive inside, almost blocked, or he was blocked, but then a foul called against Caleb Ballard.
Ballard, again, not thrilled with the foul call there, saying he was straight up in the air. Tough foul call there. Takes a block off the board.
Stanhope will take anything they can get right now. They've got to take advantage of these free throws to try and get back in it. Fenderson will miss the first. $19-point lead for Wetumpka right now. Make sure to stick around. Our City of Wetumpka halftime show coming up in about 52 seconds of game time, as the second free throw is good from Fenderson, makes it 29-11. They will roll this one in as Voiles will pick it up, and then official will blow it dead for a moment. I think there's a wet spot here on the floor, and they're going to try and get somebody to come clean this up. Having to stop play here for just a moment while they get a towel to wipe off the wet spot there on the near side of the basket from where we're sitting. There's 50 seconds left in the quarter and in the half, as one of our athletic trainers will come and help clean that up.
Appreciate Zach Weston for that one, and slid his shoe across the floor right there, checking to make sure it was all good.
Andrew Voiles gets the inbound. Wetumpka with possession again. 45 seconds in the half to go. Pass to LT Davis. He gives to Wingard, and back up top to Voiles again. Voiles now with 35 seconds. Bounce pass to Robinson. He tries to drive in, kicks out. Voiles pump fakes a three, steps up, now step back, three, bottom. Andrew Voiles with a statement three makes it 32-11. 20 seconds left in the half. Launching the ball down court here. Slater had it for a moment, taken away. Here comes Andrew Voiles. 10 seconds to go in the half. Pass to Robinson, 8 seconds. Driving in, floater, got it, and the foul.
Everything coming up right here for the Indians in this first half of play. And that foul called against Cortland Crosby, if that's his second.
A lot of fouls, a physical ball game so far, but it has been all Wetumpka throughout this one. Second free throw, or the and one, no good. Wingard got the rebound. 3 seconds, 2, 1. Suddiff driving in, got it before the buzzer. Off the glass, it's 34-11. Into the first half, Wetumpka with a 23-point lead over rival Stanhope. We'll take a break, and then when we return, the City of Wetumpka halftime show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
When a sports injury has you sidelined, Baptist Ortho Now offers comprehensive orthopedic care with no appointment from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with board-certified specialists treating injuries and expert physical therapists administering everything from sports medicine to everyday recovery treatment. Baptist Ortho Now, getting you off the bench and back in the action. East Chase across from Target.
This is Beverly Wright. What I love most about real estate in Central Alabama is helping families find the right place to call home. It's not just about houses, it's about community and the memories you'll make there. If you're ready to start your journey, I'd love to help. Call me, Beverly Wright, with RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty.
We believe in doing things right the first time. That's the promise behind Finish Line Garage Floor Systems. Powered by Precision Floor Care, our custom garage floor systems are designed to be tough, stylish, and built for the long haul. With a team rooted right here in the community, we deliver quality you can count on. Finish Line Garage Floor Systems. Let them rest on the best. Visit FinishLineGarageFloors.com today.
Are you tired of slow internet? With Central Access, you get the speeds you pay for delivered directly to your door, so you won't get bogged down when your neighbors are online too. Stream, game, work, and video chat. No contracts, no data caps, no price hikes, nothing but an exceptional all-night experience. Check availability today at caecaccess.com. Central Access, your local link to broadband.
At First Community Bank of Central Alabama, banking's about real relationships, trust, kindness, and a shared commitment to making life better. As your neighbor and partner across Elmore and Autauga counties, we're here for you, whether you're planning your future, buying your first home, or building your wealth. With our local knowledge and heartfelt support, you can count on us. First Community Bank of Central Alabama. Let's do life together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is the City of Wetumpka halftime show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
And welcome to the City of Wetumpka halftime show. Indians with a whopping 25-point lead here at halftime, 36-11 over the rival Stanhope Elmore Mustangs. Indians were led in that first half by Andrew Voiles, finished out with 13 points, 2 made threes, and 5 free throws made there for Voiles. Voiles also came away with 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Just a really well put together half from him. Caleb Ballard had 6 points as well, and can't talk about it without talking about the other big man as well. Tom Sutton finishes with 8 points and 6 rebounds to go with it. Great showing here from the Indians. Chris Robinson as well, picking up 5 assists to go with his 5 points. If he holds pace, he'll have a double-double with assists and points. On the other side, leading scorer for the Mustangs, Cameron Fenderson with 3 points, as well as Mason Dobbs with 3 as well. As it seemed, though, Indians have 9 steals, and on top of that, just playing some really lockdown defense across the board.
Yeah, it's been really impressive to see. I mean, you give up 5 points in the first quarter and then 6 points in the second quarter. I mean, you're never going to be upset about that. It's been interesting to me, though, how little we have seen of Terrence Collins so far for Stanhope Elmore. You know, we mentioned in the pregame he scored 28 points against Wetumpka and really was one of the sole reasons that Stanhope was able to stay in that ball game with the Indians just 10 days ago. And we have barely seen him on the floor so far, and when he's been out there, he has not really been as productive as we would have expected. So what his role looks like in the second half, how Wetumpka continues to limit his effectiveness, is going to decide whether this 25-point lead grows or shrinks in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely, and I thought it was an interesting decision for how little Collins was on the floor there. Only probably played about 6 minutes of that first half, and definitely surprising to see considering the 28 points. But you look back to that game just a week ago, and Stanhope Elmore was really shooting the three well. They did it in both games, but this game too definitely dominated the girls' game in the three-point percentage as well. But just nothing being able to fall. The Mustangs really can't just buy a bucket, whether they get an open look or it's contested. Just haven't had anything go their way.
Yeah, no question. And Wetumpka has continued to be effective in every facet, but they've also lived at the free throw line so far. There's been a lot of them called either way, but Wetumpka has been able to take advantage of those trips to the stripe. That's going to be another big part of this second half, is how many times they can continue to get to the line. We've seen them get into the bonus within the first 3 or 4 minutes of each period so far. And if you can continue to draw a lot of contact in what's already a chippy game, you can expect to get a lot of opportunities for free throws and a lot of opportunities for buckets for this Indians team.
Yeah, and one of the things that stuck out to me wasn't just how many free throws the Indians shots, but it was a lot of and-one opportunities as well. Making the buckets and then tacking on another point on top of it. And those can really stack up for the Indians, build momentum, and just make that lead even tougher for the Mustangs to claw back into.
No question about that. Wetumpka leading at 36-11 at the halftime mark. We've got 2 more quarters of action coming your way when we return on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Hi, I'm Chad Barrett. Growing up here in Central Alabama, I've always believed in doing the things the right way with honesty and hard work. That's exactly how I approach real estate. From your first showing to the closing table, I'll be by your side. Call me, Chad Barrett at RE/MAX Cornerstone.
Safety starts with Montgomery Fire Equipment Company. From inspections and extinguisher service to full fire suppression systems, businesses across Alabama trust our team to protect what matters most. And now, we're hiring. We're looking for new fire technicians to join our team. If you're hardworking and ready to make a difference, this is your chance. Montgomery Fire Equipment, protecting people, property, and progress.
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. For more than 70 years, Collier Ford has been proudly serving the River region since 1952, helping families and businesses hit the road with confidence. When you think trucks, think Collier Ford, home of the legendary Ford F-150, built tough to handle any job. If adventure is calling, Collier Ford has the bold and capable Ford Bronco, ready to take you off the beaten path. Want that same spirit in a smaller package? The Bronco Sport is waiting for you at Collier Ford. From great ideas to family service, Collier Ford makes buying your next vehicle easy, fun, and stress-free. So whether you're hauling, exploring, or just cruising through town, make your next stop Collier Ford. Test drive your next Ford today, and remember, come on to Collier Ford in Wetumpka.
Come to Collier.
Protect what matters most with State Farm agent Jackson Hagan in Wetumpka. From auto and home to life insurance, Jackson Hagan and his dedicated team offer personalized service to ensure you have comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs. As a local agent, Jackson Hagan understands the unique challenges you face and is committed to guiding you through every step, from quotes to claims. Trusted a neighbor who truly cares. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there. Call 334-478-3864 for a quote today.
.105.1 WRFS is WRFS-FM, Rockford, Alexander City, Lake Martin, Wetumpka, Prattville, Montgomery, home of the Wetumpka Indians on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Third quarter action is brought to you by Radio Alabama Sports. Game on. Online at radioalabamasports.net.
Gavin Baxley and Mitch Petrie here as Wetumpka leads it 36-11 as we get ready for the third quarter of play. Wetumpka has dominated its way through the first 16 minutes, and now the question is, can they maintain it for a little bit longer? A reminder of what's at stake here, as Wetumpka right now sitting in first in the area, 14-7 on the year, 2-0 in area play. Percy Julian 1-1, Stanhope Elmore 0-2. And so now you get to a point, Wetumpka wins this one. They are for sure in the driver's seat to host the area tournament. It would still come down to another matchup with Percy Julian. Stanhope Elmore with a loss today would for sure fall to last in the area and stay there. Wetumpka will have possession to start the second half and immediately will start it off with a catch-and-shoot three. It took an inbound to Smiley and then immediately a three-pointer to cash in to make it 39-11. Wetumpka already on the board in this third quarter. See what Stanhope Elmore can do on its first possession. Johnson will drive in. He'll pass to Petaway instead. He manages to lay it in off the glass. 39-13 Wetumpka now. And we're just over 30 seconds into the third quarter. Smiley, bounce pass to Voiles up top. Back to Smiley again, looking inside. Ballard has a pass poked away for a moment. It goes out of bounds. Smiley caught it, but had a foot on the sideline there.
Tough break there for the Indians. Him and Tom Suddeth both came over for it. Thought they might collide there for a second. Definitely not something you want to see, but good job from Suddeth to hold up.
Stanhope with it. Petaway passing. And a misfire there. He gave it to Jackson, who was looking for Terrence Collins, fired it out of bounds. And I'll tell you, I mentioned Terrence Collins had not been in the game a whole lot. I am noticing that he's jogging a bit gingerly at the moment, so that could have something to do with it. Robinson to Suddeth. Pass to Voiles. Now near corner three. Smiley got it again. Smiley with 2 threes to open the half.
And those are the first points of the night for Jeremiah Smiley, coming out in the second half in a heater.
That's right. Had nothing in the first 2 quarters. He's got 6 in the first 2 minutes of this third quarter. 42-13 now, Wetumpka.
And this Indians team still just playing so tightly. Smiley almost stole that one away.
Now Stanhope somehow able to come away with it. A missed dunk opportunity there, but a good putback by Isaiah Petaway. Takaro Johnson went up for the dunk and couldn't get it to go his way, but Petaway was in the right place at the right time for the putback. 42-15 now, 6 minutes to go in the third. Voiles. He'll try and do it himself. Now passes inside. Ballard in the paint, goes up off the glass, and he's got a bucket. He'll head to the free throw line as well.
And yet again, another and one opportunity coming here for the Indians. Wish we had numbers on that, because it feels like almost every single time they've gone inside the paint, or at least half the times, the Indians have gone to the free throw line afterwards, or if they miss the bucket, going straight there.
It's been a different look tonight than what we saw in the previous matchup, where Wetumpka really struggled to get inside. And Caleb Ballard was one of those that did not have as strong of a night as he would have wanted. He's shooting an and one free throw now that will go to make it 45-15. Wetumpka with a 30-point advantage. Ballard had 6 points in the matchup against Stanhope Elmore previously, and he's off to a better start than that here tonight.
Yeah, he's got 9, and I think 6 of those points match that total in the first quarter.
Now Collins, he'll pull a 3, banks that one in, and finally Terrence Collins gets something going.
At 5 points for him, that makes him the leading scorer here for the Mustangs, and Voiles trying to slow things down a little bit and directing traffic as he brings it across half court.
The Collins 3 makes it 45-18. Jeremiah Smiley will give to Voiles. Voiles has a lane, drives down the right side through some traffic, can't get the lay, but again, drawing a foul.
And again, just another foul down low inside the paint from the Mustangs and sending the Indians back to the free throw line. That one goes against Petaway. That's the third foul on Petaway. And 2 fouls in just 3 minutes here already for the Mustangs.
Voiles shooting 2. First one won't fall. Well, Wetumpka, with this large of a lead, you would think maybe it would calm down a little bit here, but Indian student section is still alive and well. Everyone on their feet, but remaining quiet for a moment while Andrew Voiles shoots this free throw. Got the second one, and it makes it 46-18 with 5:10 left to go in the third. Stanhope It would take a lot at this point with the deficit that they have allowed to be built up. A foul called on the floor here. It goes against Wetumpka.
That's against Caleb Ballard there. 4 fouls on Ballard, so probably going to check out, take a seat on the bench. And speak of the devil, Miller Lombardi will come in to the game taking his spot.
Well, Lombardi enters in his place, and that puts Lombardi, Sudduth, Smiley, Robinson, and Voiles on the floor. Smiley will steal a pass there and fire this down to Robinson. Can't get the lay, but Sudduth there for a putback. He can't get it either. Foul called against Dakaro Johnson.
And yet again, that's 3 straight trips to the paint and 3 straight trips to the free throw line immediately following it. Foul goes against Mason Dobbs there for the Mustangs.
In this third quarter, really for the majority of this game, it seemed like anytime Wetumpka has had possession, you can bet you're going to see a couple free throws. Sudduth makes the first.
And again, 3 fouls in just over 3 minutes here for the Mustangs, on track to put the Indians right back into the bonus.
And to be clear that Wetumpka getting the line this much, it's not really anything with officiating. It's just the style of play Wetumpka has been aiming for in this game. They have continued to try and get into the paint, force contact, and have done so effectively. Sudduth made the free throw there to make it 48-18. Collins inbounding for Stanhope Elmore. He will bounce it into Fenderson. Still a pretty decent press here from Wetumpka as Lombardi tries to apply it to Cameron Fenderson. Manages to poke it away, and it's picked up by Chris Robinson.
Little 360 steal there from Lombardi. Just kind of chased him around and finally got behind him, poked that ball right out, and snagged by Robinson.
Robinson still with it. Pass to Smiley. He'll loop around, take a jumper from the free throw line. No good. Mustangs almost had a rebound there with Cortland Crosby. A foul called instead. I believe this will go against Wetumpka. It's Tom Sudduth who is the guilty party.
First foul of the contest there for Tom Sudduth, and despite that, he's had like 8 boards for it already in this one. Just doing a great job of playing clean. Just gets called on that one.
Mason Dobbs has it. Almost lost his dribble there at midcourt, but he gets it back. Now he'll try and drive inside, kicking back out to Collins, but misfired. Smiley picked it up, gave it to Robinson, but a foul called against Stanhope on the pass effort as Cortland Crosby mauled Jeremiah Smiley.
And that's 3 on Crosby there, and now you're just 1 foul away if you're Stanhope Elmore from putting the Indians right back in the bonus where it seems like they've lived all game.
Yeah, and again, every time that has been the case, it has been in the first 4 minutes or so as we're at the 4:04 mark of this third quarter. And just a foul away from being in the bonus again. Miller Lombardi got the inbound here at the halfway point of quarter number 3. Smiley has it now. He'll hand it to Robinson. Still from beyond the perimeter. He'll step up, take a long 2, no good. Sudduth with a great rebound, goes up, can't get it off the glass either. Collins with a rebound as he tries to race through traffic. Lost it for a moment, but picked it right back up. Now passing to an open man. This is Crosby. Drove in, passed to Wise on the far corner. Crosby again, he'll drive in. Floater no good, and Voiles with a rebound. Voiles up top. Lombardi, he'll pull the 3, no good. They come away with it. Wetumpka still has it. Voiles picked it up. Now Sudduth up for it, got it, and the foul.
And that foul, again, like we've talked about, going to send Tom Sudduth right back for an and 1 opportunity, and it will also double effect put the Indians into the bonus.
And that'll be important the rest of the way through the third quarter here with 3:16 left in the period. Tom Sudduth will be shooting an and 1 free throw after that impressive bucket through the contact in what has become a bit of an ugly matchup here tonight.
And definitely not what you expected to see in a rivalry game, especially after that back and forth contest just a week ago. Indians just coming out, everything going in their favor. And really what stuck out to me so far is Sudduth misses that free throw has been the defense. I mean, there've been some good ball movement from Stanhope Elmore, but just have not been able to convert on any shots. Can't find any space.
Jordan Moore spinning, standing in the paint. He'll take a mid-range shot. No good again. And fighting for the board there. I think Andrew Voiles is going to be called for one. Yep, they'll give it against Andrew Voiles, who actually took some contact himself. I think he got poked in the nose there. But Jaden Wise will inbound for Stanhope now with 3 minutes to go in the third. Voiles is going to step off here, and he's going to go see the trainers. I think he's got a nosebleed after getting poked. And that'll force Wetumpka to make a substitution here. Jordan Hill will enter for the first time tonight.
Yeah, first minutes of the night there for Jordan Hill. And honestly, we're getting to the point where you might expect to see some of the bench players come in here for the Indians.
If Wetumpka can hold on to it, not let Stanhope get on any kind of crazy run here to end this quarter, I'd imagine that you're right. Probably want to make sure things are still solid after these next 3 minutes of play. Foul is called against Chris Robinson right after the inbound. Cortland Crosby had it and drew the foul on the floor. That's the fourth team foul for Wetumpka this period. Collins will inbound it again to Crosby in the backcourt. Crosby handing to Fenderson. He drives inside. Fenderson goes up. Cannot get it to fall, but again, a foul called on the shot as this one goes against Jeremiah Smiley.
No, sorry, it goes against Lombardi, and that's 3 fouls on the night there for Lombardi.
Now scratch that as, yeah, you're right, it is Lombardi called for it there, who has seen a pretty decent bit of action here tonight as his role has continued to expand in the game plan as the season has gone on. First free throw, a miss there from Cameron Fenderson. He will attempt another here. And got that one. 50-19. With 2:40 to go now in the quarter. Robinson going up against Crosby. He'll drive in, give to Lombardi on the near corner. He drove down the baseline, kicked back out. Three-pointer from Robinson, no good. Collins with a board now. Terrence Collins trying to get something going. Lost it for a moment, picked up by Fenderson, but he lost it. Now Davis on a fast break, lays it in.
That was a nice move there from LT Davis. Little reverse layup behind the back. Nice move.
Well, it's easy to appreciate the speed of a guy like LT Davis on a court like this. As Robinson steals it away, he manages to easily lay one in on a fast break as well. Now Jaden Wise had it and had it poked out of bounds there by Lombardi. Stanhope will make substitutions. I mentioned LT Davis. You know, you see him at the running back position and plenty of other positions as well in football, and you can't quite appreciate just how quick he is, but then you see a play like that on a fast break where he is just sprinting full head of steam down the court, outrunning everyone, and that's when you really see the athletic ability of a guy like him. Just the senior guard right now with LT Davis showing his legs. Stanhope there couldn't get anything to fall as Jaden Burns was in the paint, couldn't get anything. Lombardi lobs one to Sudduth. Won't quite be an alley-oop, but Sudduth catches it and lays it in. 56-19. Down to the last 120 of the third quarter. Slater will pass to Burns. Now Crosby. He pulls a three, and no good. Jordan Hill chases it down and gets the rebound. Hill lobs one. Sudduth wide open. Jams it down. A dunk from Tom Sudduth. It's 58-19. 1 minute left in the third. Stolen away again. Davis gives to Robinson, and another easy bucket. It's getting ugly now, folks. 60-19 Wetumpka.
And that was a smooth pass there from LT Davis. No look to Chris Robinson, just right under the arm of the Mustangs there. And great playing all around here from this Indians team.
42 seconds left in the third quarter. Another foul called on the floor as this one went against Wetumpka, as it was called on Lombardi. That is his fourth. 60-19, 42 seconds left in the third. Jaden Slater shooting 2 free throws now. Both teams are in the bonus at this point. First free throw from Slater will not go. Boy, took a bounce, rolled around for a couple laps there, and then just dropped out at the last moment.
I think it took about 2 full spins around the rim there. Just tough shot for the Mustangs. Just haven't been able to get anything going on all night, whether it's from the floor or at the charity stripe.
I think that kind of sums up the day that Stanhope has had here as Slater makes the second. Just really, this Stanhope team, a very talented squad, they have just not been able to find the rhythm they were looking for here tonight. And it's put them down 60-20 at this point with 30 seconds left in the third. Robinson will drive in, has it poked out and sent out of bounds. Wetumpka retains possession here. Robinson will inbound from the baseline. He will float it to Wingard, who gives to Davis. Now Robinson in the near corner. Looks back at Wingard in the post. No look pass to Robinson again. Thinking about a three. He'll step up, pull a two that banks in from the near corner. 62-20. 10 seconds left in the third. Dobbs now driving in. 5 seconds, goes up, blocked by Wingard, but a good job to recover there. It was Jaden Burns who picked it up for Stanhope. Got the bucket there before the buzzer. And it is 62-22. Wetumpka leading it over the Mustangs with 1 quarter left to go on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Hi, I'm Chad Barrett. Growing up here in Central Alabama, I've always believed in doing the things the right way with honesty and hard work. That's exactly how I approach real estate. From your first showing to the closing table, I'll be by your side. Call me, Chad Barrett at RE/MAX Cornerstone.
You're listening to the Wetumpka Indians on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Now, back to the action from the Central Alabama Community College broadcast booth.
(62-22) our score. Wetumpka with a hefty advantage over Stanhope Elmore with 8 minutes to go. We've got our fourth quarter coming up here in just a moment. Wetumpka taking it all in right now. Stanhope Elmore, not quite. Their fans are getting ready to make their exit here as Wetumpka has just about got this one locked up, barring what would be something remarkable here tonight. Stanhope Elmore has it as they will try and get a bucket here. A shot attempt is blocked there. Mason Dobbs in the paint, couldn't get it. Indians have put in the subs here. DJ Kendrick gives to Lorenzi. Hayes Lorenzi fires inside. Ben Tucker with a nice lay. Lorenzi gets an assist out of that as well. LT Davis, Jordan Hill, Ben Tucker, along with DJ Kendrick and Hayes Lorenzi on the floor. Three-pointer for the Mustangs, no good from Jaden Slater, and a rebound from Ben Tucker. Here's Jordan Hill. Hill will give to Lorenzi. And now Davis. Back to Lorenzi one more time. Lorenzi, a fan favorite for this Indians team. They've wanted to see him have a good night here for a while. Jordan Hill drove in, couldn't get the floater. And a rebound from Cortland Crosby, who races down. Foul is called against Lorenzi. Running clock the rest of the way here as we're at about 6 minutes and 50 seconds left to play.
Tough call there on Lorenzi. Thought he got all ball on that possible steal attempt there, but they'll get him for the reach-in foul. A little bit of contact on that right arm of the Mustang.
Stanhope will inbound here. It'll be Mason Dobbs with Jaden Slater working together. They bounce inside to Cleckley and almost lost it. They save it from going into the backcourt. Now back up top. Dobbs again, driving inside. He'll pass one more time. Burns in the post, goes up, can't get the lay. Foul is called again. And I think this one will go on Ben Tucker. It will. Free throws coming now for Stanhope. with Jaden Burns. Wetumpka with a 42-point advantage right now. And that is, if it holds, the largest blowout in favor of Wetumpka since December 8th when the Indians beat Marbury 80-33. That was a 47-point difference if anyone needs help with the math like I do.
There's a reason we majored in communications, huh?
5:51 left, and I believe a technical was called here as Stanhope is going to be shooting free throws with everyone else at the half-court line. I'm not quite sure what the tech was for, but it goes against Wetumpka. Missed the first free throw there, did Jaden Burns. He'll take another one that will not fall either. Clock has stopped for a moment with 5:51. I think there was so long of a stoppage here over the tech that they've had to really talk about it a little bit longer. I believe it was Ben Tucker who's being called for it here, but I'm not sure. This is another free throw coming for Isaiah Petaway as they changed who was shooting the free throws. And this may have been a double technical. Again, completely missed what this was. We apologize. It was nothing. It didn't seem like anything too egregious as far as we could tell. Mustangs come out of that with a 64-23 score. They shot 4 free throws and only made one of them. Now Petaway working with Slater and Mason Dobbs. Slater lobbing the pass over to Petaway. They'll look inside. Cleckley now, jumper, no good. Rebound by Ben Tucker. And a travel called against Ben Tucker.
Tough there, just kind of foot slid out from under him as he jumped to make that pass. Not 100% sure that I agree with that call, but Mustangs will take anything they can get here.
So Stanhope gets possession again after the alleged Ben Tucker travel. And in the far corner, a three-pointer will airmail, no good there. Now Jordan Hill with it. Indians with numbers can't get a floater to go from the near side of the baseline there. Jordan Hill, no good. Isaiah Petaway now trying to drive in, and a foul is called again. And this time, they'll call it against DJ Kendrick. .430 left as the clock continues to roll. They were going to shoot free throws, but they had to discuss a little bit, realized that they were going to call that on the floor, and so Jaden Burns will have it. He gives to Slater, and now over to Mason Dobbs. Slater driving in. He'll give to Burns. He'll pass to Cleckley back up top. 4 minutes to play. Dobbs. Now to Slater. Everybody just moving around here with less than 4 minutes to go. Slater had a look at it, wouldn't pull the shot as he gives to Jaden Burns. He lost control. Jordan Hill picks it up. Wetumpka with possession. LT Davis, catch and shoot three, no good. And a rebound from Burns. Stanhope tried to work its way up. Almost lost it, did Burns. He finds Dobbs. Now an open man. Three-pointer here from Slater, and he cashes that one in. 64-26 now. Lorenzi. Now Jordan Hill back to Lorenzi again. Hayes passing to Hill. He drives in, takes a floater, no good. And rebound by Mason Dobbs. 3 minutes left to go now, as each team takes turns trying to see who can get in the box score here. Ellsbury got a touch for the first time tonight. Jaden Burns will pull a three, no good. Ben Tucker fighting for a board now, can't come up with it. Here's Jaden Burns again driving in. Can't get the lay, but a foul called against Ben Tucker.
Again, tough call there for Ben Tucker. Thought he got all ball on that one, but must have made contact with the outstretched arm of Burns as he came in.
2:30 left and ticking away as these free throws are coming for Jaden Burns. He'll shoot 2 and make the first. Burns with another free throw coming. Can't connect on that. Ellsbury with a nice rebound. He will go up and cannot get the putback. Stanhope almost came away with it again. Here's LT Davis now on a fast break, and he dunks it.
Oh, you talk about LT Davis' athleticism. Only at 5'10", he shows off the hops right there. He gets up and puts it down.
Three-pointer no good. Ellsbury gets a rebound for Stanhope. And driving in now, Mason Dobbs, nothing doing. Tucker gives to Davis, pass to Hill, alley-oop, and not quite. Almost an alley-oop between Davis and Hill. Davis saves it from going out of bounds, maybe not. They say he stepped out. He had an open Hayes Lorenzi there who may have been able to take that shot.
Indians just having fun out there right now.
1 minute, 15 seconds to go before this one is all over with. Make sure to stick around for our RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus postgame show. We'll talk with Coach Thomas here in just a few moments at the conclusion of this one and wrap things up. Get ready for next week's matchups with Marbury and Percy Julian. Three-pointer from Jaden Slater, off the mark for Stanhope Elmore. Mustangs do come away with the board there. Cleckley had it. It goes out of bounds as Tucker was trying to save it, but instead it is last touched by Wetumpka. 45 seconds and ticking. Slater inbounding for the Mustangs as this final minute of play continues to go away. Cleckley went up for one, could not get it to fall either. He was standing in the paint, got fouled, and he will shoot free throws as this game comes to an end. We'll see if he even gets both of these shots off. There's 20 seconds left on the clock as the Wetumpka fans wave everyone goodbye. Free throw off target. They have stopped the clock for the free throws. Second free throw is good. 66-28 with 15 seconds left. Now 10. Jordan Hill gives to Lorenzi. Lorenzi with a chance to shoot. He'll pull it. Can't get it. Fans would have lost it if he had made that. Stanhope now racing down the floor, trying for one more bucket. It won't go. And Wetumpka sweeps the Mustangs. 66-28, our final score. Wetumpka with a rivalry victory over the Mustangs. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll recap it all and talk with head coach Stephen Thomas after a 66-28 final score on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Protect what matters most with State Farm agent Jackson Hagan in Wetumpka. From auto and home to life insurance, Jackson Hagan and his dedicated team offer personalized service to ensure you have comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs. As a local agent, Jackson Hagan understands the unique challenges you face and is committed to guiding you through every step, from quotes to claims. Trust in a neighbor who truly cares. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there. Call 334-478-3864 for a quote today. When it comes to real estate in the River region, trust the team that puts you first. Chad Barrett, Beverly Wright, and Kathy Thornton. With experience, dedication, and a commitment to making every move smooth, they're here to guide you whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Together at RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, they're the names families across our community count on. Call today and let Chad, Beverly, or Kathy help with your next move.
Hungry for fresh, flavorful seafood? Come to Wharf Casual Seafood, your local spot for shrimp, crab claws, mahi-mahi, and all your coastal favorites. Looking for a budget-friendly bite? Check out our tasty lunch specials featuring wraps, salads, shrimp, and more. Wharf Casual Seafood, wharfcasualseafood.com. The coast is here.
when a sports injury has you sidelined, Baptist Ortho Now offers comprehensive orthopedic care with no appointment from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with board-certified specialists treating injuries and expert physical therapists administering everything from sports medicine to everyday recovery treatment. Baptist Ortho Now, getting you off the bench and back in the action. East Chase across from Target.
This is the RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus post-game show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
And welcome to the RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus post-game show. Indians get a dominating win here tonight over the rival Mustangs, 66-28, and a whole host of Indians in double digits, led by Tom Suddeth, finished the night with 16 points and another 11 rebounds there for Tom Suddeth. And great job on the night for Suddeth. And Chris Robinson, also in double figures, finishes the night with 11 points, 7 assists, 4 steals, and only just 2 turnovers, despite how much he handled the ball. Great showcase there from Robinson tonight. Andrew Voiles finishes with 13 points on the night and a whole host of assists to go with them for Voiles. He had 5 assists on the night. 7 assists. And then LT Davis showing off that playmaking ability. Saw that great dunk from him. Finishes the night with 7 points and 5 steals, showing off that defensive prowess there.
Mitch, thanks for the stat update. Wetumpka getting this win 66-28. We're expecting Coach Stephen Thomas to come join us here in just a moment. Then we'll have more stats and scores for you after that. Coach Thomas making his way up right now on what was a dominant victory over the Mustangs here, something that I don't think we were expecting it to go quite like this. As Coach Stephen Thomas joining us now, and Coach, we appreciate you taking the time, and what a win. I mean, 66-28. I know that you expect that out of your team, but I'm not sure that we quite expected this good of a showing from this team tonight. Just your first reactions.
Yeah, just the emphasis after Tuesday. We're just coming out and defending at a high level, and I thought we set the tone right off the bat with a little 8-0 run, and that was all fueled on the defensive end, making them shoot tough shots, turnovers, just setting the tone right there early, just leaked into the rest of the game, and I'm really proud with how we just came out and competed at a high level. Like, that's things we preach coming out right off the bat with energy, high effort, and we showed that tonight.
Is that at all a playing angry kind of thing after a loss like that on Tuesday?
You always got that chip on your shoulder after a loss, just from a athlete and competitor standpoint. Like, you never want to have a bad showing like we had on Tuesday, and let that be an identity. You always want to come back, and you always want to show what you're truly capable of, and I thought we showed that tonight.
You had a lot of opportunities at the free throw line tonight. Was that part of the game plan going in, of trying to create that contact a lot and get to the line?
Yeah, we want to be aggressive. We don't want to settle too much for outside shots. When we got an advantage with a few of our big guys, and even Chris Robinson being able to attack, and Andrew Voiles being able to attack the paint. But we will definitely want to get inside looks and play an inside-out game that I thought we did tonight pretty well.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Excited for what's to come here.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
That's Coach Stephen Thomas as Wetumpka gets a 66-28 win over the Mustangs here on this Friday night. We'll be right back as we give you more stats and then get ready to wrap things up here as Wetumpka gets a big rivalry victory on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
We believe in doing things right the first time. That's the promise behind Finish Line Garage Floor Systems. Powered by Precision Floor Care, our custom garage floor systems are designed to be tough, stylish, and built for the long haul. With a team rooted right here in the community, we deliver quality you can count on. Finish Line Garage Floor Systems. Let them rest on the best. Visit FinishLineGarageFloors.com today.
This is Kathy Thornton with RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus. I know buying or selling a home can feel overwhelming, but I promise you don't have to go through it alone. I'll guide you through every detail and keep things simple, clear, and stress-free. When you're ready to make a move in the River region, call me, Kathy Thornton, with RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus.
When your job depends on quality building materials, depend on Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply. From framing lumber and roofing to concrete, drywall, and fasteners, we've got the materials to build it right and build it strong. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, if you're building, you belong here with dependable products and local service you can trust. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your go-to source for building materials.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Back now on to the RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus postgame show. I'm Mitch Petrie alongside Gavin Baxley, and just a couple more stats here for you. Jeremiah Smiley finishes the night with 6 points, making both threes in rapid fashion to start off that third quarter. Smiley also had a couple of steals, 2 steals to his name as well. And then Ben Tucker got some points there, first points of the game for him, and finishes with 6 boards to go with it. Great showing all around for the Indians. You had 4 people reach double digits, and just a great offensive performance there.
Yeah, no doubt about that. It was a strong showing for this Indians team, and we talk about perfectly executed, right? And that's what we saw today. We heard Coach Thomas talking about the defense being the key to his game plan going into this ball game, and 28 points is exactly what he was hoping for here tonight. So all around a really strong showing, but interested to see next week what we're going to see from this Indians team. You've got a game at Marbury, a team that we've seen Wetumpka already be able to win in a dominating fashion, but then Percy Julian next week on Thursday. That one is going to be really interesting to officially decide what the area tournament is going to look like at the end of this month.
Yeah, and I talked to Coach Thomas about it a couple weeks ago, and he stressed the importance of this team being able to host the area tournament. And if the momentum is anything like that from these Indians fans in that game, it should give them quite a big swing in terms of momentum in that tournament.
No doubt. Mitch, a great job from you here today. A great job from this Indians team getting a win here against Stanhope Elmore. The girls did fall short, 62-57, unfortunately, but still a strong showing for both teams. And we heard Coach Winchester talk about that as well, that she was proud of the effort from that team against a very talented Stanhope Elmore program. The Lady Indians now hold a record of 14-7, while the men move to 15-7. Along with Mitch Petrie, I'm Gavin Baxley. Our next broadcast originates from Deatsville, Alabama, as the Indians take on Marbury. Tip-off of the girls' game is set for 5:30, while the boys will begin shortly after the girls' game concludes. Our broadcast will be on the air at about 5:20 or whenever the JV game prior comes to a close, about 10 minutes prior to tip-off of the girls' matchup. Again, our final scores tonight: Stanhope gets a win 62-57 over the Indians, and then the boys get a dominant 66-28 victory over Stanhope Elmore. Wetumpka Indians basketball is an exclusive presentation of the Wetumpka Sports Network.
This has been a presentation of Radio Alabama Sports. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network, home of the Wetumpka Indians. Presented by RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus, Central Alabama Community College, and the City of Wetumpka. Sponsored in part by Collier Ford, Central Alabama Community College, RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus, Baptist Health, and Baptist Ortho Now, the City of Wetumpka, Central Access, Russell Do-It Center, State Farm Agent Jackson Hagan, Wharf Casual Seafood, First Community Bank, Montgomery Fire Equipment Company, CAC Adult Learning, and Precision Floor Care. The Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network is a product of Radio Alabama Sports and Radio Alabama. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited. Thanks for listening.